check. Okay, there I am. I understand why this isn't. Switch this over to headphone, apparently.
It's time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Blast off.
It's time for Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner will be going. This is the payoff pitch. Let's see if Shea can get out of the inning here. The kick and deliver. Swung on it, missed it, got him. 12 strikeouts for Shea Shanneman. That one hit to left field, making the left fielder go back. Keep going back, and that thing is going to be gone. It's out of here. Holy moly, Cole Evans. 370 feet. Cole Evans got a hold of that thing. Wow. That one hit to short. Cervantes is second, back to first, and they get him. Nicely turned double play there, the old 6-4-3, and there's 2 down. Third double play tonight turned by the Busters.
Sodbuster Baseball is on the air.
All right. Howdy, everybody. How's it going? Josh Salmon along with you here on the pregame show as we get set for some Sodbuster Baseball. Fremont in town, and Buster's hoping to make a little steak, if you will. Yes, I said make some steak. There we go. All right. It's a warm one out there, 91 degrees here at Duncan Field right now. At least when I was pulling in the parking lot, that's what it was. So, very warm day, and it's a little warmer down on the field. But that shouldn't mean that you guys aren't going to have yourself a good ball game. And it should be fun. Buster's coming off a 2-game winning streak, 2 unexpected games that they played at Western Nebraska. Didn't even know they were playing until they started heading there. And end up winning both of those games. We'll talk about those more a little bit. Big weekend for Trevor Matson. Huge weekend for Trevor Matson. He was on a pregame interview. We'll get to that here in a little bit as well. Take a look at your lineups, and we'll take a look officially at the forecast here in a little bit as well. This is the pregame show for the Sodbuster Baseball.
Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience, a place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Welcome back to the Sodbuster pregame show. It is Josh Salmon with you as we get set for Fremont Moo and Hastings baseball here from Duncan Field. I appreciate you tuning in. I would be Josh Salmon. Steve Stein's probably going to join me here on the broadcast as well. He should be over in a little while and usually jumps in on the pregame, but he's getting his PA stuff set up over there. Sometimes he does some PA for a couple innings and comes over here and does some baseball stuff and then comes back over and does PA and that kind of thing. So Trevor Matson had a big weekend. I had a chance to talk to him. Unfortunately, the audio is not great, but I will play that for you here right now as Trevor Matson just lit up this weekend. Had the All-Star game on Monday. He talks about that, talks about his bat has been on fire since then. Here's that interview with Trevor Matson.
All right, here with Trevor Matson, and boy, busy weekend for you. 3 home runs, the All-Star game, and the All-Star MVP. First of all, talk about your All-Star experience overall.
It was a great experience. The home run derby was a cool thing to do. I never thought I'd experience something like that, and probably won't be able to experience something like that again in my life. And it was a great experience. And then the All-Star game itself was awesome. Just the fans and being with all the players from all the other teams, it was a great time. I had a good time out there. So
the home run derby practice obviously paid off because you hit 3 this weekend, and talk about that. You're up to 6 now.
Yeah, I got to double the total, but just trying to hit the ball hard and finding some barrels. And when we're not playing at Duncan, it goes out. So
yeah. The guys were pitching good. Looks like some of the guys were coming around. Logan Johnstone had a home run this weekend. Teammates, everybody's pulling everybody up.
Yep, we're losing some guys, and we have a lot of guys stepping up and playing big for us. We've got some pitchers stepping up. Bullpen was huge this weekend. We haven't had that a lot this summer, and they really stepped up this weekend. And when we do that, it pays off for us, as you can tell by the win. So
yes, it's less than 15 games left in the season. Goals for you personally?
End the season as well as I can. I mean, just keep getting at bats. I got a ton already, and just keep finding barrels. That's pretty much it.
Do you think you've reached some of the goals you set for yourself at the beginning of the summer?
Definitely, yeah. I wanted to try to hit above 300. I'm there right now, and hopefully can keep that and hit for some power. And I've done that for sure. And I want to keep that going into school in the fall, and hopefully earn a job at Gardner-Webb this year. So,
have you been a stolen base guy in your college career? Because you've got quite a few this year.
Yeah, I got a decent amount this year. So at my old school, Arcadia, my coach taught us a bunch about it's called new school leads. It's getting shuffles and getting timing, and that being a bigger guy, it helps me a lot get jumps. And when I get that jump, I'm able to steal the bag, and you don't have to have the most speed to be able to do it. So.
All right, very good. And you guys got to see the Mount Rushmore the other day. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. So me and Cole went. We were at the All-Star game, and we drove straight to Spearfish, and we stopped there before the team did. It was a cool experience. Something I'll probably never get to see again, and it was pretty awesome to see. So
yeah, I was just there with my family here about 3 weeks ago. It was a neat deal.
Yeah, definitely cool to see, and it was awesome. So
all right, Trevor Matson, thanks, bud.
Thank you.
All right.
Big weekend for Trevor Matson, pursuing the All-Star game, and he had fun on the home run derby, he said, and apparently it paid off because his swing, he hit 3 home runs since then. So he has doubled his numbers since the last time we were here at Duncan Field. He has 6 dingers now for Trevor Matson, and he is, of course, in the lineup batting third tonight, where he has been pretty consistently all season. Let's take a look at the lineups here. Fremont Moo in town here, and Tyler Push will be leading things off. He's in center field. Austin Baskin is the shortstop batting second. Luke White batting third at first base. Jack Simonson is your cleanup hitter. He is in right field. Darian Morphew is in left field batting fifth. Trey Nichols at catcher batting sixth. We have Peyton Leeper at third base tonight batting seventh. Trevor Barajas, which I have no stats on, so I think he's a new guy. He is batting eighth at DH. And Dylan Sears is your second baseman batting ninth, with Nolan Meredith on the hill. So it's Push, Baskin, White, Simonson, Morphew, Nichols, Leeper, Barajas, and Sears, with Meredith on the hill for the Fremont Moo. For your Hastings Sodbusters, Cole Dawson will be leading things off. He is at second base. Logan Johnstone is your DH batting second. He's been swinging a good bat as well. Trevor Matson, who we just talked to, is at first base batting third. Matt Hallback getting starting right field tonight batting fourth. J.D. Cafferty over in left field batting fifth. Luke Solis at shortstop batting sixth. Nick Carlson behind the dish. Jack Lombardi is batting batting eighth at third base, and Jackson Rocha batting ninth in center field. And on the hill tonight is Jeremy Schneider for the Hastings Sodbusters, as Steve Stein gets set to join me here on the pregame shows. I'm throwing Steve under the bus here. He wasn't quite ready with your stats. You got your tape in your finger. I had to wait till you had the piece of tape in your finger and then throw you on.
No, it's okay. I think I'm ready to go, and we're excited to be back home, an opportunity to see a little baseball, and on a 2-game winning streak to boot. And so we're really neat to see them close out that post-All-Star break series with a pair of wins. Again, they kind of had a schedule adjustment. I don't know if you noticed that. They had 4 different games, and then a schedule adjustment for home, too, as Wheat City is going to be coming in this weekend. That was not originally on the schedule. Yep, so different opponent, same days, but a different opponent coming in Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I did not see that. So, interesting there. Well, yeah, they didn't even know they were playing in Nebraska, Gering, Western Nebraska this weekend until they started going there. Andy didn't even know our stat guy, 'cause it was supposed to be 4 against Spearfish.
Right.
And anyways, it turned out being 2 of each, and the last 2 paid off pretty good because Busters won them both. So.
And, boy, Western Nebraska has really hit the skids now. So
7-game losing streak.
Yep, so it is, Fremont, a team which the Sodbusters play today in pretty good shape in terms of winning the second half. They would probably feel pretty confident about a one-game play-in with Western Nebraska right now. But, baseball is all about your starting pitching, and you're only as good as your last outing, so we'll just have to see how today goes.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on there. Looking at the second half here, Fremont is in the lead. They're 16-5 in the second half, 8-2 in their last 10 games. Sodbusters are 5th in the Clark division, same division, 8-14. 8.5 games back, 2-game winning streak. They are 4-6 in their last 10. Overall, the standings in the Clark division, Fremont, of course, leading that one 36-16, but only a game and a half back are Spearfish. They've been playing pretty well. And then you have Western Nebraska Pioneers, who the Busters just beat 2 games in a row. Sioux Falls Sunfish, and then Hastings Sodbusters and Pure Trappers. Looks like Western Nebraska is now 3 games back only. Sioux Falls, even after a 7-game losing streak, they're still 3 games back. Sioux Falls, 9 games back, Hastings 20 games back, and Pure Trappers 20.5. Now, Brian and I kind of talked on the Sodcast this week, Steve, and about how, Busters, yeah, it's going to be an uphill climb to win the division, obviously, but you can at least, if you can get a good 5-game winning streak or something, you could at least play spoiler, if nothing else, to some of these other teams.
And that's what they're trying to do tonight. An opportunity to play Fremont. And let's face it, they're not going to catch Fremont, but if you could find a way to win 2 of 3 or 3 of 4 in this split series, home and home, you'd probably hurt their chances a little bit. And wouldn't you like to do that against the team that's probably become your rivals just because you play them so dadgum much? So hopefully they can find a way to win a game or 2 here. And also, it's always fun to win at home. And so we'll just have to see how today, tomorrow, Wednesday goes. Then one game at Fremont, then back here for the final games of the season at home this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right, we'll take a quick break and come back. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
So what do you think for the trade deadline there? My Padres already did one.
It's hot. Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there. Plus, check out the pools on sale. Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game.
My husband and I love to live in Nebraska.
It's the good life.
We always vacation here.
Love those Nebraska state parks.
We love to eat here.
Where are you going to get a better steak?
And we love to play here, especially Nebraska Pick 5 from the Nebraska Lottery. It has a $50,000 starting jackpot, drawing 7 days a week, and all the proceeds go back to our state.
Hey, honey, this weekend, let's buy some Nebraska Pick 5 tickets, go to a state park, and grill some steaks.
Like our first date.
I'm no amateur.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome back to Sodbuster pregame show. Josh Sam and Steve Stein, Nate Miller to my right, getting ready to run your cameras for your YouTube feed. Welcome back on the Mix LR radio feed as well. Hopefully we got everything worked out on that one. It was a little bit of a technical glitch, but I got some things over the weekend to make it work, and hopefully that sounds good for you as well. Well, Sodbusters, a couple games against Western Nebraska, and they had some good hits going, some good bats going. Look at Saturday's game. They won that one 7-3, and I was looking at the 6th inning, and I was like, okay, 7-3, and you had Jacob Shaw in, and I was like, okay, well, these guys have a chance, and they did. James Shimashita got the win on that one. Losing pitcher for the Pioneers was Randall Garza. But looking at the bats here for the Sodbusters, nobody had 2 hits in that game, which is pretty crazy. Jackson, Dawson, Matson, Shimashita, Bigham, Hallback, Johnstone, Lombardi, Solis, all had 1 hit. But RBIs, you look at that, Johnstone had 3 of them in that game, and Trevor Matson had his 5th home run. Johnstone had his first home run of the season. Boy, what a good ball player he is. We talk about those 2 guys as well in the Sodcast, as well as Cole Dawson and what he has brought to this team. He is now batting .324 amongst the leaders in the Clark division. In fact, he is in fifth place right now. Sixth place is Cole Dawson, with Ben Parker of Spearfish leading, and then Taylor, E.J. Taylor of the Moo, is in second place, not playing in tonight's game. Tyler Push of the Moo in tonight's game is right under Cole at 319. In that same game on Saturday, Trayton Scully started the game, went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, all of them earned, on 6 walks and 4 hits. Shaw came in, then Shimashita came in, and then Jake Bigham came in. So those guys didn't pitch a whole lot of innings, but they got what they needed, and those guys came in and threw strikes, it looks like. No earned runs after Scully came out of the game. And 8 strikeouts between Shaw, Shimashita, and Bigham. For Garza, he went to 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, 7 runs, all earned, only 2 walks for him, and struck out 4 in the losing effort for the Pioneers. Looking at Sunday's game, Busters kept the winning going, winning that one 5-4, much closer game as Leif Holtein got the win on that one. Casey Candiati took the loss for the Pioneers. Couple guys in multi-hits in that game. Cole Dawson had 2. He was 2 for 5. Matson has 2 for 5. And Nick Carlson, 2 for 5. Trevor Matson with another home run as well. He also had one against the Spearfish before. So we had 3 home runs in 4 games in Trevor Matson. He also stole a base. It was his 10th. Luke Solis stole a base in that one, 4. Pitching on that one, you had J.T. Cafford. He pitched a pretty good game. 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. A walk and a strikeout. Leif Holtein came in out of the bullpen, which is an odd situation for him. Usually he starts, but he gave up 1 run. It was earned. Struck out 2 guys on 3 hits. Busters only walked 1 batter that entire game. JT walked somebody. So that's a really good thing for pitching coach Luke Bay. I'm sure he's very, very satisfied with those guys. Taking a loss there was Casey Candiati for the Pioneers. You look at them, they had a couple guys with multi-hits. In fact, Walden had 3 hits. He was 3 for 4, and 2 home runs in that game was Walden. Wow. You had Cimarron started the game, went 5 innings, gave up 1 run. It was earned. 3 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Candiati came out of the bullpen and just coughed it up with 4 runs and 3 in the 3rd innings pitched. McGee also came in at the end after Candiati got in some trouble. But Busters won that one 5-4. 2-game winning streak for Hastings. In the last 7 games, your Sodbusters have been batting at .266. That's not great, but it's not horrible. 5 home runs in that time, 18 RBIs. They've walked 21 times and stolen 4 bases. You're pitching in the last 5 days, .570. They've struck out 20 batters. They're 2-2. They have given up 20 walks, which is probably a little bit more than you want, obviously. But the average against them is .283, so that number's calmed down a little bit. So pretty good deal there for them. And for Fremont, you look at them, they have a couple-game winning streak. They only have a 1-game losing streak, actually. They're 8-2, though, in their last 10 games. Their last 7 days, they've been batting .301, no home runs, 23 RBIs, and they've stolen 7 bases. They will run. They are a team that likes to run. Look at their pitching. Their ERA has been outstanding, .275 in the last 7 games, 37 strikeouts and only 10 walks. That's a really, really good ratio. But Busters have beat them a couple times this year, 3 times to be a matter of fact, and look to do maybe 4 or 5. These guys will have 3 games here, and then they will travel to Fremont on Thursday, play 1 there, and then Busters coming back this weekend. So interesting. We'll talk coming up a little bit, some new guys on the team. We'll get to that, and the pregame show rolls on. First pitch, we're about 12, 13 minutes away here on the Sodcast pregame show.
Here, it's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
5 Points Bank of Hastings, safe, strong, and growing. Back in September of 2000, we opened for business at 4th and St. Joe with a staff of 5. Now we have 3 banking locations, over 45 employees, and have grown to become the largest locally owned bank in Hastings.
Since our opening, we've listened to you and responded by providing high-quality customer service, new banking technology, and provided support to many community organizations. We appreciate your support and look forward to continuing as the better bank in Hastings.
Time out. Time out. Smith, we only need one more out. Do you think you have enough energy?
I'm exhausted and it's hot out here. I'm thinking about enjoying that nice, cool air conditioning I have at home.
Oh yeah, you've talked about Ruts Heating and AC, the #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska for over 45 years.
Yeah, now, I have enough for one more batter, Coach.
Smith, go finish this thing so we can all go home and cool off. Visit rutsheatingandair.com.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Josh Salmon along with you from Duncan Field. How you doing? Taking a look at the weather, and it's a warm one. It's a warm one out there. It's going to be warm all week long here in Hastings, Nebraska, and surrounding cities. Forecast from the National Weather Service here in Hastings, not too far down the road. 87 degrees, winds blowing out of the southeast at 12 miles per hour. Now, with that, there is, so 87, but tomorrow, look at tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be 94. Heat index 102 here. That's going to be a warm night for some baseball. Sunny, high of 94 on Wednesday. Busters hit the road on Thursday for one game at Fremont, 93. Back here on Friday, 20% chance of rain. Otherwise, looks like 89. Saturday, 88. Sunday, 85. And the Busters, that's the last home game of the year, is Sunday. So, interesting there. In that the Busters' season's winding down, especially the home games. Brian and I talk about that and more on the Sodcast. The brand new episode of the Sodcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. Anchor FM. Check it out. The brand new Sodcast. We have all kinds of cool stuff on there that I just got loaded up this weekend. So, all right, very cool. So Busters' schedule has changed just a little bit. And Steve was saying at the beginning of the game they were supposed to play somebody else, but Wheat City is coming back, and then Pierre at the end of the year. So Wheat City Whiskey Jacks and Pierre to wrap up the season, but Busters will wrap up here at home on Sunday. 6 home games left, folks. Last chance for you to come out and see your Hastings Sodbusters here in 2021 at Duncan Field is this week. 3 tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday versus Fremont. You can go to Fremont if you want and watch them there on Thursday night. Then back here for 3 more this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's wrapping up, isn't it? I'm getting very sad. Okay. What am I going to do with my nights now? You know? I'll spend them with my family, probably. I miss my family, but I do love doing this. And if they're listening, hi, kids. Hi, Dad says hi. There we go. All right. And you probably heard him in the Sam's Club commercial. You know, you got to recruit your family to do some commercials sometimes. That's the way it goes. Got the Buster flag blowing, winds blowing in at 12 miles an hour, pretty much straight from center field. I've been keeping an eye on the Major League Baseball trades. Have you? There's only been 2 major trades. Nelson Cruz going to, I don't remember where he went now. Oh, Tampa Bay, that's right. He went to Tampa Bay, and then Adam Frazier, picked up by my Padres yesterday. So interesting there. Keep an eye on some of those. Trade deadline for Major League Baseball is Friday. So could be a lot of people changing residence and changing mailing addresses in Major League Baseball in the next few days. Other games going on in the Expedition League tonight. You have Western Nebraska on the road at Sioux Falls. Badland Big Sticks hosting the Mining City Tommyknockers. Casper Horseheads at home against Canyon County Spud. Spearfish Sasquatch having a good season there, hosting Pierre. We'll keep a close eye on that game because both those guys in our division. And Wheat City is at home and taking on Soares Valley. We'll take one more break, come back, have your National Anthem starting lineups This is Sodbuster Baseball here from Duncan Field.
Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience, a place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings, a proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
All right, welcome back to Hastings and Duncan Field. Josh Salmon with you on the pregame show. We get set for our national anthem as the players are going to be coming out in the field here as they were just introduced moments ago. Appreciate you guys tuning in. 6 home games, and that's it for home games here at Duncan Field. Busters will have a few on the road to wrap up the season. Again, a couple of those games have changed. Here this weekend, we're supposed to see Sioux Falls coming to town. Instead, it's going to be Wheat City coming to town to wrap up the homestand Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then we'll travel there after that. Take a look at here's our national anthem coming up here from Duncan Field. Here we go. Always live national anthems here at Duncan Field. Getting set for some baseball. Your Fremont Moo and your Hastings Sodbusters. It'll be Push, Baskin, White, Simonson, Morphew, Nichols, Leaper, Barajas, and Sears for Fremont with Nolan Meredith on the hill. Jeremy Schneider takes the hill for the Busters. You got Cole Dawson will lead things off. Then Logan Johnstone, Trevor Matson, Matt Hallbeck, JT Cafferty, Luke Solis, Nick Carlson, Jack Lombardi, and you'll have Jackson Rocha batting ninth. So Jeremy Schneider on the hill here, as I mentioned, for the Busters. A couple new guys on the team here. We'll get you some names as we go along. Jaden Jorgenmeyer from Grand Island on the team. Also Braden Robinson from Grand Island on the team here with the Sodbusters. And Sometimes you get some of those Legion guys at the end of the season, and that helps out the roster and gives you another arm as Jurgenmeyer can pitch. But right now it's all Jeremy Schneider, the big number 19 out there. 6'5", 210. Got the specs on. Last pitched on July 16th. Got the win against Casper here at Duncan Field on that game. And he went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, all earned, 4 hits, struck out 5, walked 2, and 20 batters faced. So not a bad performance there. See if he can do that again here as well. Busters coming off the 2-2 off the All-Star break. 3-1 is Fremont from the All-Star break. And Busters at this point in the season kind of hoping to play spoiler. They could get in a big winning streak and kind of get back in this thing. But they're 8.5 out this half. And it's doable. But 20 games for the season out overall rankings. But remember, the winner of the first half, which was the Pioneers, plays the winner of the second half. If it is the Pioneers again, then they would play the second place team, which at this point right now might be Fremont either way. But don't rule out some of the other teams. They're playing some good baseball right now. Spearfish especially. They're 6-4 in the last 10 games, 34-17, a game and a half behind Fremont. So they'll be watching this series very much. As we get set here for Tyler Push coming up. Push, Baskin, White for Fremont. Welcome back to Duncan Field after All-Star break off and some road games for the Busters. Here we go. Tyler Push batting .319 on the season. His OPS is .816. This guy can get on base, and if he does, he likes to steal bases. 25 leads the team for Fremont. Down third base line, Lombardi. Double clutch across the diamond to Matson, and they get him 1 pitch, 1 out. Nice play there. Good gun by Lombardi. Getting a very speedy push. Tyler Push is out for the first out. And Austin Baskin comes up. So Baskin strike one there to Baskin. So I have a technical issue here with my headphones. Not sure what's going on there. All right. There we go. Headphones back in. We'll try that. That one popped up to right field. Out in right field is Matt Hallback. Captures under it, or camps under it, I should say, and grabs the out. So fly out to right field. 2 up, 2 down here for the Moo in the first inning. Brings up Luke White. Always tough out Luke White. That guy always finds a way to get hits. 296 batting average for him. And only 3 home runs this season. Let's keep it at that during this series. How about that? And on Thursday. And then after the Busters are done playing him on Thursday, then he can hit all he wants. How about that? 1 ball, no strike here from Jeremy Schneider to Luke White. He got pushed to ground out to third. Baskin flew out to right field. 2-0 here to Luke White. And pitch on the way. Center field, dead center field. Jackson Rocha camps underneath it and makes the out. It's 3 up, 3 down here for the Moo in the first inning. That is where we sit. And Busters coming up in the bottom of the inning. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Busters coming up bottom 1. And here we go.
Johnson Imperial of Hastings and Kearney has been a quality builder and developer since 1918. They have your office and retail space solution. Over 300,000 square feet of premier space. On-site management and maintenance. Great locations and abundant pricing. Spaces designed and built to suit. And flexible leasing options available. Johnson Imperial also features general contracting services. Check out all they have to offer. JohnsonImperial.com. Johnson Imperial in Hastings and Kearney. That's JohnsonImperial.com. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Good pitching there for Jeremy Schneider through the first inning. 3 up, 3 down. Josh Salmon back with you. Nate Miller to my right here on your Sodbuster broadcast. Monday night. Appreciate you tuning in. 91 degrees here with 12-mile-an-hour winds at Duncan Field. It is a warm, hot night. Tomorrow, 97 is supposed to be the temperature tomorrow, and heat index of 103. Whew, that's going to be a warm one. And 94 tomorrow, the heat index of 102. So I was close, but it's a lot of numbers. Here we go. Up for the Busters is going to be Cole Dawson, Logan Johnstone, and Trevor Matson. And Dawson, part of the All-Star game. I asked him in the parking lot on the way, and I said, hey, how was the All-Star game? He says, that was fun. He said he had a good time. It's a cool experience for him. So good to see there. Cole Dawson, in the last 7 days, batting .286 with 3 hits. He's had no RBIs in that time. Excuse me, he's had 4 hits, no RBIs in that time. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts as well. So for him, that's a slump. For anybody else, it'd be a great season. Great 7 days. But nonetheless, he's still batting .326, which I said is 5th right now in the league, in the Clark League. So he's been right around that all season long. He's up to .345 for a while, him and Justin McGuigan, and then he's down to .326 now. Against Meredith, Nolan Meredith. 2 wins, no losses. Batting average against him is .247, ERA 1.28. This is his 3rd start, his 8th appearance of the season. He's pitched 21 innings, gave up 19 hits, struck out 19. 5 runs, 3 of them earned, and has walked only 7. So he's been very effective in his short time with Fremont. 0-1 coming up here to Cole Dawson. Down hits a shortstop. It's a slow dribbler. They're going to have to hurry up. Dawson runs well, and did he beat it? Ooh, they called him out. That was a close one. 1 down. A good play there by the shortstop. That is Baskin. Fremont in their purple jerseys, which I kind of like the purple jerseys. I'm not a big fan of the orange because it looks like construction orange. To me, for baseball, it's not a good color, but they have the construction orange numbers. But the purple jerseys, purple hats, orange numbers, gray pants. Busters in their gold jerseys with the white pants, green pinstripes, and the green socks with the yellow stripes. Here is Logan Johnstone. We talk about him a lot in the Sodcast this week. Brian and I. This young man can really, really play some baseball. He's been playing good all season for the Busters. Had his first home run against Western Nebraska the other night. On the chopper to short. Baskin on a high hop. Over to first. They're not going to get him, did they? Oh, wow, they did. Very good throw there by Baskin across the diamond. I thought on that high hop he was going to be able to get rid of it in time. And there's 2 down. So both guys have grounded out to shortstop. Trevor Matson comes up. Talk about in fuego. That guy has been red hot the last 7 days. Batting .455, 3 home runs in that time, 6 RBIs, 7 walks, only 2 strikeouts. He's stolen 2 bases. He's had 5 hits, scored 4 runs, and was the All-Star MVP. Should have called it Weekend at Trevor's this weekend. It's a movie I'm going to come up with. Him and I were talking Major League Baseball down before the game as well. He's a Angels fan. He's from Riverside, California, which is in Southern California. And that one inside strike. Good movement there by Meredith, who's been very effective this season, as I mentioned, for the Fremont Moo. Got some good numbers. Matson can reach. Matt Hallback stands on deck. Bottom of the first, no score. Fremont went up 3 down in the top of the inning. 1 and 2 here with 2 outs to Trevor Matson. Dawson ground out to shortstop. Logan Johnstone ground out to shortstop as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swung on and missed, got him on that one, and down go the Busters in order here in the first inning. At the end of 1, there is no score. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball. When you're not heading to Duncan Field to watch the Sodbusters, head on over to Laughlin Country Club. The best view in Hastings. Their 2-story window overlooks the pristine course upscale clubhouse, and their kitchen crafts delicious dining menus. Behind the scenes is an entire full-service team led by their banquet manager who's working to make sure your event is executed flawlessly. Laughlin Country Club, 402-462-4151.
Well, nothing doing in the first inning for either team here at Duncan Field. Fremont couldn't get anything going, and neither could your Hastings Sodbusters. Josh Salmon back with you. Nate Miller to my right. Jeremy Schneider had a good 1-2-3 first inning. You need to have several of those against this very tough Fremont team. So far, so good. Busters a little slow getting going out of the gate here. Game in the first inning anyways, but like I said, it's only the first inning. Little schedule change, as we talked about in the pregame show. Spearfish, the Sioux Falls Sunfish were supposed to be here for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That has been changed to Wheat City. So now the Busters will see Wheat City 3 games here, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, take a day off, and then travel there to Wheat City on the road. So tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, your last 6 chances to see the Sodbusters at home this year. 4-5-6 up here for Fremont. It'll be Jack Simonson, Darian Morphew, and Trey Nichols. Schneider comes set and over the outside corner, strike 1. Jeremy Schneider. Really good first inning. Couple pitches. Didn't throw very many in that first inning at all. And Schneider kicks, delivers. Ball and a strike. What's that? 6 pitches total. Thank you. I was looking for that, Nate. And that one misses a little too far outside. Umpire got the right call on that one. Different umpiring crew on this game. 2 balls and a strike. Jack Simonson due up here. Simonson batting .291 on the season. That one way outside. Simonson hails from Sioux Falls. 19 RBIs in the season for him. He has struck out 21 times this season. Right-handed batter. Got a little moss growing out underneath the helmet there. Taller guy. Simonson. Good hitter. A lot of good hitters on this Fremont team. The righty kicks and delivers, and Schneider doesn't get the call. It's a low pitch for ball 4. First walk of the game is Jack Simonson. So Simonson's aboard. And for Simonson, that is his 25th walk on the season. Darian Morphew comes up. Schneider with the walk. 25th he's thrown this year as well. 1-4 record, 5.66 ERA for Jeremy Schneider. 9 games, swung on and missed here by Darian Morphew. 41 in the 3rd innings pitched, 33 strikeouts, 25 walks now, and 35 hits given up by Jeremy Schneider. 0-1 here. He's ahead in the count to Darian Morphew. Jack Simonson standing on first base. Being held on by Trevor Matson. Doesn't go. That one, it is a strike. Late call on that one. Strike 2. I was going to say he missed. That looked pretty good from up here. So Simonson standing on first base. Doesn't steal very often. He's only got 1 stolen base, so probably not a huge threat there, but they are holding him on, and that opens up a big gap on that right side. But you have Cole Dawson playing second base, who has huge range. That pitch a little farther outside, and not going fishing is Morphew. Well, it's a nice day to fish. I was going to tell you that. I should know. My last name's Salmon. Come on. But I don't like to eat seafood. Isn't that weird? Okay, 1-2 coming up here to Darian Morphew. Still no hits in the game. Top of the second, no score. Runner on here for Fremont via the walk. That one in there for strike 3. And down goes Morphew. He's frozen. 1 down here in the second. He did not think at all that was a strike. His first strikeout there by Jeremy Schneider. 1-on-1 out here for Trey Nichols, the catcher. In tonight's game, Nichols batting .217. He's only played in 14 games, though. This is his 14th game. Simonson stands on first. Doesn't go. That one fouled up over our head to my right. No balls, 1 strike. Jeremy looking really good out here on the mound right now. He's making his pitches. hitting his spots. If he's missing, he's just barely missing. And that's important when you hit this Fremont team because you give them a bad pitch, they're going to take advantage of it, and they're going to take advantage of you. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the second. No score. That one a little high. Ball and a strike here to Trey Nichols. Snyder said that was my bad. To his catcher, Nick Carlson. Righty versus righty here. Simonson let off the enemy with a walk. He stands on first. Darren Morphy struck out looking a moment ago. It's a ball and a strike with 1 out here to Trey Nichols. That one breaking ball doesn't fall. Goes to 3-1. Take that back, 2-1. Scoreboard was faster than I was on this one. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Schneider glances over his shoulder to his runner, not going. That one hit 1.5 miles high. Close to the dugout. Carlson gives it chase. It is going to be over the net and over the facade and got its way out of here. I didn't think that was even going to make it out behind us. But it must have got cut up in some kind of jet stream and got pushed out because it was just straight up there for a while. And all of a sudden it just kept drifting over and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Man, I think it was hit really, really high. Really underneath that thing was Nichols. Nichols goes to Midland University, so Fremont an obvious choice for him to play baseball. That's their home field. He hails from Missouri. Runner goes, delayed steal. That one fell off to our right here and into the crowd, bounces around a little bit. Somebody does get it. Nobody gets hurt. That's good. Always a fun time here at the ballpark for the family. Kids get to chase the foul balls. You start off a little bit in the sun here at Duncan Field, especially on the third base side, but a couple innings in and you're good to go in the shade. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on here for Fremont. No score, top 2. I'm Josh Salmon. Nate Miller running my cameras to the right. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube and on the Mixler radio feed online. Jeremy Schneider's pitch coming up here, and there it is. Floats it up there, a curveball, and way late on that thing and popping it out of play on the third base side was Trey Nichols. So Nichols having a good at bat here against Schneider. 6 pitches he's thrown to Schneider, or from Schneider, excuse me, to Nichols. Nichols 10 for 46 in the season with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. That one popped up, slicing over by first base. Matson runs out of real estate and he almost made the catch. He tried it. He squeezed his glove a little too early as he was up against the fence and drops the ball. Frustrated with himself. That's a tough one though, because you're watching where the wall is. Try not to run into a concrete wall. It slants down over by first base as well. That's where the water drains here from the turf. So that in itself is enough. And then you're running out of room. You're not sure where the ball is, what the fence is. You squeeze it just a little early. It pops out of his glove. Hit kind of when it was closed and then fell down. So new life here for Trey Nichols. Let's see if Schneider can come back and strike him out. 2-2 coming up again. That one lazy fly ball. Second base. Cole Dawson runs in about 15 feet from the mound and makes the catch. So good pitching there by Schneider. Fooled him on that one. He was looking fastball perhaps, and he just barely got some wood on it. So it brings up Peyton Leeper. Leeper, the third baseman in the game. Leeper hails from Missouri as well. Goes to Southeast Missouri State. Left-handed batter here. Runner goes. That one popped up third base side, giving it chase is Lombardi, but runs out of room. Leeper batting .304 on the season. Schneider's been doing a good job of getting ahead of the batters this inning. Gave up the walk to Simonson, got Morphew to strike out looking, had a very long at bat with Trey Nichols, but got him to pop out to second base a moment ago. Still hasn't given up a hit. He'd like to finish off the second inning here with the same thing. The 0-1 coming up here to Peyton Leeper. And that one misses just by a little bit inside. Like I said, if he's missing, he's not missing by much, and pitching coaches will be fine with that. Leaper, the third baseman. Last 7 days, he's batting .273 in that time. Runner on first, Simonson. Throw to first, and they got him. Simonson caught snapping over there at first base as he was leaning the wrong way. Nice pickoff move there by Schneider. Schneider just been kind of glancing over his shoulder, and him and Madsen worked out a little plan, and they picked him off of first base. That's embarrassing if you're a base runner. Let me tell you, I've had it happen to me. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base, actually. So the guy got picked off. At the end of 1.5, there is no score. Buster's coming up bottom 2. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repair and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Odyssey. Casual, modern, and innovative cuisine, drinks, and service in the heart of downtown Hastings. The website is odysseydowntown.com. Call for reservations 402-834-3811. Odyssey. Reservations are required for lunch and dinner. Carry-out orders taken on the day of carry-out only. 834-3811. A sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Well, that's a good way to end the inning for Jeremy Schneider, is picking the runner off of first base. Simonson was kind of moving around out there. He did take off during the Trey Nichols at bat, but it was fouled off. He went back. He only had one stolen base on the year, so it's like, what are you doing over there dancing around? I know they want to get some runners in motion. The Moo like to move, but that's probably not the best guy. And Schneider kept a good eye on him. A quick move over to first, tagged by Madsen, and they gunned him out. Caught stealing, taking a little nap over there at first base. Busters have 4, 5, 6 due up here in the bottom of the second. It'll be Matt Hallback, JT Cafferty, and Luke Solis. I'm Josh Salmon. Appreciate you guys tuning in here. Been a fun season. I like to talk to people that listen and watch the broadcast on YouTube and such. Appreciate that, guys. Pitch coming up here. And therefore a strike. So one strike here to the Sodbuster batter, Matt Hallback. Hallback getting the start in right field tonight. We haven't seen him in the field too much this year. It's called strike 2 there. I think he's been battling kind of a leg injury, I believe. We've had him DH most of the season. I think he got one start at first base here at Duncan. Here is the 0-2. And that went into left field for the first base hit of the game. Matt Hallback right past the third baseman. Leaper can't get it. Baskin can't get it. And that little 5-5 hole in the left field. And the first runner of the game is on for the Hastings Sodbusters and for any team as far as the hits go. Matt Hallback. Bump his average up there just a little bit. So, pitch coming up here from Meredith. Swung on and missed by JT Cafferty. JT getting the start in left field tonight. We've used him in right and first base, catcher, pitcher. Been a good asset to have on this team here. Nice to have him back this season. And that one fouls it, hits himself in the back. No score in this game. Matt Hallback just reached on a single a moment ago. As Hallback stands on first base. And throw to first, runner back. Hallback not going anywhere, just Meredith saying, hey, I see you. You're over there. Hallback had a single. He's has one stolen base on the year. Big lead, though, at first. Huge lead. He goes running back to first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count here to JT Cafferty. Hallback's got a really big lead over there, being held on by Luke White. At first base, he's dancing around. Shadow creeping over home plate here. Throw to first, and they got him. Ooh, if they would have held on to that, he might have had him. Luke White dropped the ball. That was a really good move, and he was leaning. Got lucky on that one, perhaps, did Matt Hallbeck. Hallbeck, good lead over at first again. Right back out where he was. That's I like that, you know. Guy throws over, almost gets you. You go right back out where you were. I like it. So, Hallbeck is in his 19th game. Has just owned the one base. The 2-2 coming up here to Cafferty, and that one hit into center field, left center field. That's going to be a hit, at least one. Hallbeck coming all the way around. They're going to wave him in. He will score. Standing up at second base is Cafferty. It'll be no throw to home. 1-0 Hastings. Good run in there from Hallbeck, coming all the way around the bases. That's a big kid running around. Nice piece of hit there by JT Cafferty. Took the 2-2 pitch and just smacked it in the power alley. Exactly what the Fremont Moo do to you all the time. So an RBI stand-up double for JT Cafferty. 2 batters this inning and 2 hits. A run in for the Busters. Luke Solis looks to keep it going. Runner standing on second base is JT Cafferty. Solis, right-handed batter. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Meredith went 1-2-3 right through the Busters in the first inning. Solis getting a start at shortstop tonight. He is batting .205 on the season. Cafferty bumped his average up to .261. The 0-1 coming up here from Meredith. Outside. Luke Solis. So Hallbeck led off with a single. He came around to score a moment ago in the double from JT Cafferty. It's 1-0 Busters here. Bottom 2. No outs. Against Nolan Meredith. The righty versus righty matchup here. They pitch way outside. And it goes to 2-1. Meredith went right through the Busters in the first inning. Ground out, strikeout. And then came back here in the second. Single, double, no outs. 2-1 now to Solis. Nick Carlson on deck. Checking his runners, Meredith. Cafferty standing at second. The curveball doesn't really break. It floats up there and stays up high for ball 3. 3-1. Chance for you to come out and see the Busters next couple nights against Fremont, and then Wheat City coming to town Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then that's it. That's the end of the home games. Busters do go on the road after that for a little bit. I believe there's going to be some discounted Sodbuster merchandise this weekend, I was told by Brian Frew, and some promotion stuff going on like that, so maybe a chance to get your swag on. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Luke Solis. Good at bat for him. Shadow creeping up about halfway on his thigh here at Duncan Field. The shadows always creep up about this time of night. Runner on second is Cafferty. 1-0 Hastings. Here is the 3-2 pitch. Foul off again, and will remain full count here to Luke Solis. You know you're thirsty at the ballpark when you're holding a beer in one hand and something else in the other, another liquid. It's a hot day. It's a hot day. You got to keep hydrated, right? I don't know who the beer better is tonight. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. JT leads off. That one hit into right field, and that's going to, wow, right in the glove of the right fielder. They're going to double off JT at second base as he took off. And he stands on third base dumbfounded, and Coach Wagner says you're out. So that was a fly ball to right field. A nice play out there by Simonson, sliding on a knee. They double off Cafferty. The old fly into the double play as JT still walks back to the dugout. I didn't know he caught it. I thought he dropped it or didn't get it. So quickly 2 outs. That's exactly what Meredith needed after giving up the RBI double a moment ago. Nick Carlson takes one up high. That's one of those plays that come back and haunt you in your sleep. JT's back was to the... He didn't look to see if it was going to fall, and I thought it was going to fall, and so did he, but you got to double check that sometimes. You'd almost rather stay on second and not go and it fall than have what happened, but that's what happened. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. 1-0 Busters. Meredith deals. And this fastball is very low. 2-1. He brings the heat on that fastball. Meredith, not a big guy, but he really throws hard. 5'10", 175 from California. Goes to UC Davis, but his fastball comes in there quickly. And Carlson late on that fastball. Fouls it off first base side, 3-1. If Carlson can find a way to get it on, Jack Lombardi would be due up next. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here from Duncan Field. And the pitch coming up here from Meredith. Inside. I think it's... Now it's full. They had it wrong on the board there. Now it's 3-1. 3-2. They were wrong twice. And strike 3 called. That did look like a strike to me. And frozen as Nick Carlson. Busters go down, but they get 2 hits. 1 run in. They lead 1-0. None left on base. At the end of 2, it's 1-0 Hastings. This is Sod Buster Baseball from Duncan Field. We'll take a word now from one of our sponsors, and that would be Elton's Automotive.
Oh, yeah, so, Mr. Johnson, we took a look at your car, and turns out you got a broken rotator splint. You want us to fix it or what?
When your car needs repaired, don't take it to that guy. Take it to Eldon's Automotive Repair. Old school service with new school technology. 701 East South Street in Hastings. So anytime your doohickey, thingamajig, or whatchamacallit breaks off, take it to Eldon's Automotive Repair. Eldon'sAutomotiveRepair.com. Remember, don't go to that other guy.
Come on, I ain't got all day. I'm busy, you know.
A reminder from the Nebraska Lottery. Nebraska Pick 5 has draws. 7 days a week. With jackpots still starting at $50,000. So play Nebraska Pick 5 today. Or you might miss your chance to win big.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
Busters get a run on 2 hits. Lead 1-0. Top 3 coming up here. Fremont doesn't have a hit against Jeremy Schneider, who's pitching a really good outing here at Duncan Field. Join us tomorrow, won't you? 6:35. First pitch from Duncan. Same 2 teams, Fremont and your Hastings Sodbusters. So come on out. Bring the family. Should be a good night for baseball. Winding down the summer for the kids as well. So why not come out and let them perhaps participate in an on-field promotion or enjoy some great snacks. Or get some Sodbuster swag. Lots of things for everybody to do here at the ballpark. This ball's in coming down there for Carlson. So do up here for Fremont. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. They haven't been through their order yet. Schneider's pitching that good. He's only given up a walk. Leaper again will come back up as he was at the plate when the Jack Simonson was caught stealing to end the inning back in the 2nd. Here is the pitch from Schneider. That will hit line drive to Cole Dawson, who takes a quick 1 hop and scoop over to him, over to first and 1 down. Boy, tough play for anybody at second except for Cole Dawson. It just looked like it was going to be a line drive and then just died on the infield, but he scoops it up and throws over to first for 1 down. Trevor Barajas comes up here for Fremont. Barajas is the beer batter. Let's pick on the new guy. That one back up the middle. Solis dives, and nobody can get it. So you have all this power and all these hits on this Fremont team. You get all the tough guys out, and the guy with his first game as a Fremont Moo gets a single in his first pitch. So the beer batter's aboard, no discounts, and no no-hitter for Jeremy Schneider. Isn't that crazy? You get through Tyler Push, Luke White, Simonson giving up no hits, and then Barajas in his first game as Fremont gets a hit. Welcome to baseball. Dylan Sears comes up. They put him in the 9th hole, but don't let it fool you. He's another leadoff hitter, as Scott Galusha likes to say. And that went up high. 1-0 here to Dylan Sears. 1 on, 1 out in the 3rd. Busters lead 1-0. Schneider pitching a really good game here for Hastings. Gets the sign to the left-handed batter, Dylan Sears throws out to first. Diving back. They saw that pickoff move last inning. Ask Jack Simonson about that one. Picked him off to end the inning. Short lead over there for first for Barajas. I know nothing about him except for he's the DH. Throw to first again, keeping a good eye on him. A little closer on that play, but still back safely is Barajas. Shadow making its way to the pitcher now as it's over home plate, most of the home plate circle, if you will, in the field. Ninth place hitter Dylan Sears up here. 1-0 count to him. 1-0 Hastings, top three. Fremont at the plate. That one hit to center field, falling quickly. Jackson Rocha makes the catch, runs in and kind of slides on his knees. And there's 2 out. So instead of yelling Omar, they're yelling Rocha now. Yeah. Omar not in the game today. Rocha, utility outfielder guy. Good defender. Back to top of the order is Tyler Bush. He grounded out to third base. His first time up on a great throw by Lombardi to start the game. I like the Black Crowes walk-up music. I wonder if we picked that for him. I think we did. 1 on here. 2 outs for Fremont, top three. And the curveball misses. Ball 1. Didn't miss by much. One ball, no strikes. Saw some more good eats walking by here at Duncan Field. Good concession stand. Schneider doesn't like to sign, wants a new one. Checks the runner at first. Very short lead for Barajas over there. Led off the inning with a single in the first pitch he saw. Gets the strike call on that one. The breaking ball to Tyler Bush. 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll update some of the other scores here as we go on. And they're Western Nebraska, after losing the last 7, is up 4-0 in the third at Sioux Falls right now. That one misses inside for ball 2. Busters just beat Western Nebraska 2 games in a row to give them a 7-game losing streak. But they're winning right now in the third. Barajas leads off at first. 2 outs here for Fremont. They trail 1-0. Schneider trying to get out of the inning here, just giving up the 1 hit. Ground ball to second or short. Could end the inning. Or third. There's to Lombardi. Checks his runner. Goes across the diamond again. It's a scoop and got him. Bringing his gardening shovel over there first is Matson. And they leave a runner on base. So 1 hit, no runs, and 1 left on base. At the end of 2.5, it's 1-0 Hastings. They're coming up bottom of the third. This is Sodbuster Baseball here from Duncan Field. We'll take a word now from the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience. A place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Josh Salmon with you. Nate Miller to my immediate right, running your cameras on the YouTube feed. And good pitching for Jeremy Schneider through 3 innings, just giving up the 1 hit is where we are at here at Duncan Field. Busters lead it 1-0, bottom of the 3rd inning coming up here. It's going to be 8-9-1. Lombardi, Jackson Rocha, and then back to the top of the order with Cole Dawson. So Lombardi talking some things over there with the catcher. Maybe those 2 guys know each other. I don't know. There's a lot of guys in this league that know each other from playing throughout the season or different summer leagues. Pitch on the way here from Meredith is called a strike. It's a high strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1-0 Hastings. Here is the 0-1 from Nolan Meredith. That one inside for ball 1. Jack Lombardi hasn't been a sodbuster too long, but making his presence known, especially on defense. It's a great job out there. Only batting 188 right now, but he's only played, this is his 10th game. That one hits it short. Up with it is Baskin over to first, and there's one down. So it brings up Jackson Rocha, also known for his defense. Did a great job in that catch out there a moment ago. Rocha, a very nice young man. You talk to him, always a smile on his face. Pitch on the way. Shows bunt and takes a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Buster's late at 1-0, bottom 3. Shadows all the way over home plate, so ball's in the sun, then the shade real quick as a hitter. 1-1, 1 out, 1-0 score. 1's all over the board here. Buster's with 2 hits, though. That's a crooked number. 2-1 now, here to Jackson Rocha. 4 against the Moo. 3 here, 1 in Fremont on Thursday. And then Buster's home to finish out the regular season at home with Wheat City. Fly out to right field. And there's 2 down before hitting the road. Sodbusters will play Wheat City Friday, Saturday, Sunday here. Take Monday off and then hit Wheat City on the road Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then round up, finish off the season, regular season at Pier, August 6th and 7th. And then I cry. Then baseball is over for Sodbusters. I'm okay. 2 outs here in the 3rd. Cole Dawson takes a strike. 0 for 1, grounded out to shortstop, his first time up. Cole Dawson batting .324. Look at the last 2 wins there against Western Nebraska. Cole Dawson 1 for 5 on Saturday, and then had a couple hits on Sunday's game. He was 2 for 5. So 3 for 10, and not a great road trip for him on, well, at least those 2 games. But even his slump is another guy's normal day. He's just that good. Ball and 2 strikes here as that one fouled off. On your Monday nights, like to see out here. I got some friends coming on Wednesday, take in the game. Here is the 1-2, and ooh, that curveball almost takes his head off. And Cole stays right there as floats above him. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Meredith went 1-2-3 to the Busters in the first, gave up 2 hits and a run before getting out of a situation in the second, and he's out of this one. 1-2-3 as down goes Cole Dawson, striking out, and that is the 3rd strikeout thrown by Meredith. Hastings still leads 1-0 after 3. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. Take a word now from Salmon Says Media.
Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Back at Duncan Field, Josh Salmon, Nate Miller with you here from the Press box number 3. That'd be some of the best press boxes in the league here at Duncan Field. I love these press boxes. Compared to what they used to be like 5 years ago, I think it was. Oh, boy. It was one big room with a door in the middle, and if you're broadcasting, sometimes the guy next to you is broadcasting as well, and it really messes with your head. So this is much better. Walls and windows are good, and air conditioning's good. We're roughing it up here in press box number 3. So Busters go 1-2-3 there in the third. They still lead 1-0. Schneider pitching a great game. Jeremy will see the 2, 3, 4 hitters here due up for Fremont in the top of the fourth. Take a look at the Expedition League scoreboard. All the other teams are playing out there. Western Nebraska now leads 5-0 in the bottom of the third at Sioux Falls. Trying to snap a 7-game losing streak are the Pioneers. No other scores in the other games. Bottom of the first for Badland Big Sticks and Mining City. Bottom of the first for Wheat City hosting Source Valley. Casper Horseheads just getting underway with Canyon County Spuds, and Spearfish Sasquatch hosting Pure a little bit later on that one. So Austin Baskin comes up. Baskin, the shortstop, had a busy night on defense. He has flown out his only time up to right field. It's the fly out here. Is the pitch. Heater coming there from Schneider. Misses, perhaps a little low, for ball 1. 5 more games here at Duncan Field. Then you can travel on the road and see the Busters to wrap up the season, but it's winding down. At this point, Busters would like to get on a little bit of a winning streak, which they have 2 games right now. Keep it going. Schneider just play spoiler. Take a couple here from Fremont after taking a couple from Western Nebraska. Make it a really, really tight race. Maybe the Sasquatch will squeeze in there. Who knows? Could be interesting. Where the first half was, Western Nebraska. They will play the winner of the second half in the playoffs, and same thing in the other division as well. Pitch coming up here is 1-1. Offering way outside from Schneider. That's the wildest pitch he's thrown all night. He's been pretty good otherwise, finding his spots. We're here in the 4th inning. Look at the Lewis division. Source Valley Saberdogs leading that one only by a half game over Mining City, expansion team. And then right there is Badland, 1 game back. Canyon County Spuds, 3 games back. This is all in the second half. Wheat City, 6 games back, 6.5, and Casper. So that's a very, very tight division there in the Lewis. Fremont leads the Clark division, 3 games back as Spearfish. Also, Sioux Falls 3 games back. Hastings 8.5. Pierre 10.5. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Austin Baskin to lead off the 4th inning. The Fremont trails 1-0. That one hit to right field. Hallback hauls it in. And there's 1 down. Exactly what he did last time. And Hallback played him perfectly. 0 for 2 now is Austin Baskin. Luke White comes up. White, the size of a linebacker. He's a big boy. Big man out there is Luke White from Lewiston, Idaho. Probably a lot of meat and potatoes at that house. Curveball floats up there and late swinging on it, fouling it off to the first base side is Luke White. Schneider's had a good curveball today. He's fooled a couple guys here. Not getting good swings on the breaking stuff. Good outing here for Jeremy Schneider. Looking to keep it going. Here's the 0-1 to Luke White with 1 out. That one misses. Ball and a strike. Jack Simonson due up next. Buster's able to put 2 hits together in the second. Get a run in. That's the only run in the game. There's only 3 hits in the game. 2 of those from Hastings, 1 from Fremont. Schneider gets a sign. The righty comes set and delivers. High chopper down third base line, and that is foul. So they've got Luke White listed at 6'2". Jeremy Schneider listed at 6'4" on the hill. That's a lot of tall guys, but there's a lot of weight difference there. Luke White, they got him listed at 220. Schneider, a little bit skinnier, 210. So I think that's a little bit more than 10 pounds variation there. That one upstairs to Luke White. So we're at two balls and 2 strikes. Schneider gets a sign he likes. Throws to his catcher, Nick Carlson. That one hit deep to left. Fighting the sun is JT Cafferty. He has no idea where it is. It falls in front of him. Cafferty not used to playing left field here. That sun will just eat you alive out there. He was actually lined up with it. He let it fall because he couldn't see it. And luckily it fell 4 or 5 feet from him, bounced right up to his glove. So tough day at the office for JT Cafferty after hitting that double. He got doubled off trying to go to third on a fly out. Now he misses one out there. 2 hits now for Fremont, and it brings up Jack Simonson. This is an important situation where you have to kind of battle back if you're Schneider. Something not your fault, just shake it off and go for the next guy. That's exactly what he's doing as he throws ball 1, just missed by a little bit there to Jack Simonson. I thought Cafferty was going to have it. He was lined up perfectly. He was shading his eyes, and then he just didn't know where it was, and it fell right in front of him. I think he's kind of like, I see it, I don't see it. Oh, there it is. The sun can wreak havoc here at Duncan Field to left fielders. The 1-0 coming up. Inside out swing fell off on the first base side. Way out there in right field. No chance for Hallback to get over there. Ball and a strike. Started at 91 degrees today. Duncan Field with 12-mile-an-hour winds. Wind blowing pretty much straight in from center field right now as Jackson Rocha not playing dead center. A little more towards left field here for Simonson. Playing deep as JT, shading his eyes out there in left field still with the glove. That one in there for a strike. 1-2 strikes here to Simonson. Walked his first time up, then got caught stealing to end the second inning. Was picked off at first. 1 out, 1-0 Hastings. Schneider gets a sign he likes from Carlson, checks his runner, goes from the stretch. 6'4" righty kicks and delivers. And excuse me, check swing there goes foul by Simonson. Again, that curveball is fooling the Fremont Moo. Remains 1-2 strikes. Trade deadline is Friday for Major League Baseball, so lots of guys going to be changing their residence, or at least changing the place they play baseball for the rest of the season. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Already a couple big trades. 1-2 strikes, 1 out. Swung on and missed on that one, and down goes Simonson. There's 2 down. The strikeout is the second of the game for Jeremy Schneider, and 2 down here for Fremont. Darian Morphew comes up. Morphew, his first time up, struck out looking, and he was definitely not agreeing with that call on that on that strikeout. Ball 1 misses, not by much. Couple new guys on the roster. Not in the lineup right now. The 1-0 coming up here to Darian Morphew. That's going to fall into center field for a hit. Luke White will stop at second base, respecting the arm of Rocha, which is a good arm. It wasn't a great throw in, but Luke is not the fleetest of feet. So second hit of the inning. Third hit given up in the game by Schneider, this time with 2 outs, so as Darian Morphew keeps inning alive for Fremont. Busters still lead 1-0. Brings up Trey Nichols, the catcher. So Jaden Jurgensmeyer joins the team from Grand Island to play Sodbusters finish out the season. You also have Braden Robinson, a couple Grand Island guys. Robinson listed as a catcher. Nice to see some of the high school kids coming up at this time. It's hard to find bodies, it's late in the season, so you do what you can. It worked out good last year. Look what the Busters did with JT Cafferty and some of those guys. Leif Holteen was part of that. Strike 1. Mike Bovey, remember what he did last year for the Busters? Wow. 0-1, 2 on here. 2 outs. Fremont trailing 1-0, top 4. From Duncan Field. Nichols, the catcher, is up. Schneider, again, the curveball. Fools him on that one. The thing just rolls off the table. The old 12-6, and he's down 0-2. Jeremy Schneider really in a groove. He's given up the 2 hits, but they were nothing big. One wasn't his fault. On a misplayed ball in left field, that's where Luke White stands on second base. That one there was just a good piece of hitting a moment ago from Darian Morphew. We'll dump her into center field. He's ahead 0-2 here to Trey Nichols. He does have 2 strikeouts in the game. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside. Carlson stops it. Ball and 2 strikes. Pitcher's duel going on here in Hastings. 5 hits in the game. 1 run. Nichols holds the bat up straight up and down until Schneider flinches. Let's see who flinches, and he finally calls timeout in the chess match. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-0 Hastings. Schneider trying to get out of the inning and leave the 2 runners on here after 2 hits from Fremont in the 4th inning. Pitch coming up from Schneider is, that just missed outside. And he didn't get the call on that one. As Scott Galusha is going to join me here. Boy, good game here being pitched by Jeremy Schneider, Scott. This is a... All right.
He's doing a real good job. You know, we know Jeremy likes to compete, and he wants to pitch against Fremont, which I love. I love his competitiveness, and so we're really happy to have him out there. He's been good for us all year, and hopefully he can keep it going. Get a little bit of the jam here. Throwing some good pitches, a little bit unlucky, but hopefully we can get out of here.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Busters lead 1-0, top 4. Schneider battling back here against Nichols. The pitch is upstairs, and it's ball 4. Not the way you wanted the end of the inning, but see if he can get out of it. Still got some time.
Still got an opportunity here with 2 outs. Hey, I got my family here today.
Okay.
And George is my nephew is watching it on his phone.
Oh, is he over there?
Now. Yeah,
where's
he's
he
over
at?
there. So they're in the last row of 101. I know nobody can see that out there, but my family's here. He's watching. I wanted to tell him I was coming to talk and visit. So hi, George.
Hey, George.
Yep. Hope you're having a good time. Glad you're here. The only baseball games I've ever been to was Sodbuster games.
Oh wow.
And so he's we got a baseball fan with him. My sister. I'll let the pitch go here.
How old is George?
George is 12, and my another nephew, Augie, is here too. I think Augie's 11. My sister from Katy, Texas is here.
Okay, cool.
With one of her boys. And so my mom and dad are here. It's kind of a nice night for me here at the ball game. Hopefully we can continue to play well and we can get out of this little jam.
Strike 1 to Peyton Leeper. Bases loaded here, full of Moo. 2 hits and a walk. Schneider trying to get out of it and gets a foul ball there. And, you know, when Jeremy has missed his spots tonight, he hasn't missed by much.
No, he hasn't, and he's missed in the right location.
Yeah.
So, you know, when we were throwing it away, he's missing it away. When we're throwing it in, he's missing in. So those are good. And that was a great pitch and on the hands. And so now we've got to just figure out a way to finish him. We got a good shot here. Yeah, we'll look for the breaking ball. Wouldn't surprise me if we wasted a fastball here just to change the eyes, but one of those 2 pitches should work. Looks like we're going away.
Does go fastball.
He does, and now he missed that in the middle. And
Yep.
just as we give him props for missing the right spot, you never want to see that catcher's glove go back to the middle. We saw it there, but he must have been looking breaking ball because that was a breaking ball swing on a fastball.
Yeah, he got away with one there.
Yep.
But his curveball's been really good tonight, and they've been off balance.
Yeah, late break to it today, and he's been able to hit his spots. So I'd look forward to it here. I'm guessing you're going to see it here.
3 on here. 2 outs. Schneider's pitch, and just missed by an eyelash on that one.
I'm not sure where that missed, but Ryan's a good friend of mine, and he's got his first game here tonight. A couple of my friends are on the base pass. Really good umpires, Craig Roop and Ryan Rafke. But I'm going to give Ryan a hard time on that one. I think that was a strike.
Okay. Here we
but
go.
I'm a little biased.
1-2. The slider misses, and Schneider upset that he's not getting any kind of calls out here.
Well, I think that one was in. I think that was a better take than anything else. I'm surprised he's able to take that pitch because that looked like a strike all the way, broke off the plate. Really good pitcher's pitch. But the pitch before that I think he probably deserved and didn't get. But, again, still in the driver's seat here. Just got to make a big pitch, not let the last one bother you.
White, Morphew, Nichols, 3rd to 1st on the base pass. Bases loaded. That one foul off third base side. Couple new guys on the roster here, Scott.
Yeah,
for
some
Hastings.
local guys that I know. Two guys that played for me as freshmen and sophomore at Grand Island High School. Braden Robinson joined us today, and he's just a bulldog. He'll do anything for you. Just wants to play baseball. And then Jaden Jurgenmeyer also pitched and played shortstop for me in high school. He's going to Hastings College. He's joined us tonight. He'll pitch probably tonight or tomorrow. And
popped up and out of play.
A good battle here. Good battle. Doing a good job, and everybody. You know, this is the kind of year that we always try to add some guys, and unfortunately, Kirby and the boys up at Grand Island didn't make it as far as they thought they might. They had a great summer, really did a great job doing a lot with those young men. Unfortunately, it didn't end the way they wanted to, but we were able to get a couple guys from his roster, and hopefully a couple more here the next couple days.
64th pitch of the night coming up for Jeremy Schneider. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Hastings leads 1-0, top 4. Here is the pitch. Popped up and over our head to the left. Good at bat here for Leaper, keeping things alive.
Good battle on both ways. Jeremy hasn't missed in the middle. He's missing around the plate and good pitches, and he's doing a nice job at fighting some things off. That's just what you're supposed to do as a hitter. It's a good battle, and hopefully we can win this one.
I had a good talk with Trevor Matson for the game. Boy, what a weekend he had. 3 home runs, all-star MVP. You know, just on fire, that kid.
You know, just what a great kid.
That one hit to second, should end the inning. Cole Dawson over to first, and they leave 3 on base. Scott, you stick around?
Yep, I'll stick around.
We'll take a quick break. This is Sodbuster Baseball as Fremont leaves all 3 on base, and still Hastings leads 1-0. Bottom 4 coming up. We'll take a word from Johnson Imperial.
Johnson Imperial of Hastings and Kearney has been a quality builder and developer since 1918. They have your office and retail space solution. Over 300,000 square feet of premier space. On-site management and maintenance. Great locations and abundant pricing. Space is designed and built to suit, and flexible leasing options available. Johnson Imperial also features general contracting services. Check out all they have to offer. JohnsonImperial.com. Johnson Imperial in Hastings and Kearney. That's JohnsonImperial.com. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Josh Salmon along with General Manager and co-owner Scott Galusha. Scott's a good job there for Jeremy Schneider. Getting out of the inning. A little bit of situation left them loaded. Nice job.
All about how you respond to a little adversity. And they barreled up a couple balls at him, and he was good enough and had a great, about a 10-pitch battle, I think, somewhere close to that for sure. And he was able to win and get a softly hit ground ball. So those are the battles that we just got to continue to win. And Jeremy's battled for us all year, and it's a good baseball game. Not usually not that we don't see good baseball games, but it's usually a little high scoring with the Moo, and it's been a good defensive game and a well pitched game.
On the last road trip, Busters were supposed to take on Spearfish a couple more games, ended up taking on Western Nebraska, and they come back and won those 2.
We did. We had a schedule change. We were supposed to go to Sioux Falls originally. Because of a scheduling problem with teams that weren't around us, we needed to move some things around. So we went to Spearfish for 2 nights, had a chance to win both those games, lost a 1-run game, and then had a big inning there, and then we won 2 at Western Nebraska, which was good to see us find a way to win in a couple close games.
Logan Johnstone digging in here for the Busters. Got his first home run over the weekend over at Western Nebraska. Takes first pitch outside for a ball. This young man can really play some baseball. Brian and I talked about him on the Sodcast. Good head and shoulders.
Yes, he's going to be a fantastic player for Gonzaga University. Just a good kid who just happens to be really good at baseball. Now, you, of course, said that he hit a home run this week, and everybody wants to talk about that. But I talked to the guys today, and the most important about of the whole game last night, if you didn't watch it, was not his home run. It was the 1-out ground ball to second to score a run. That was the biggest at bat of the game. That extended our lead from 1 to 2 and ended up making the biggest difference because they hit a home run in the 9th.
Wow.
To make it a 1-run game. But little things make a huge difference in baseball. And everybody likes to talk, and not wrongly, likes to talk about the stats and Trevor Matson's home runs and all those things. But really, it's the little things that make the biggest difference. And Trevor's biggest advantage.
He steps in here. Johnstone lined out to short. Ooh, and that did hit him.
just nicked him a little bit. He gets hit all the time.
He leads the team in hit by pitches.
Yeah,
it's a
phenomenal stats. But Trevor's value to us goes way beyond that. He's just a tremendous young man. He's a great leader and a great teacher of the game of baseball to some of our young guys. You know, our roster is filled with first-year guys, and Trevor is one of the few guys with a lot of experience. And boy, he's done. I'm so proud of him. Just the work he's done with the young kids.
Stepping in here is Matt Hallback. He's got a single, one of 2 hits for the Busters. Mattson leads off first base. That one hit to right, but right at the right fielder, who plays a very shallow right field out there, Simonson, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, you know, we just have not been able to. They obviously have us scouted right. They've been playing shallow on us all year, and we haven't been able to burn them. I thought there was a couple times where we were going to get them. Shimmy hit a ball the other night that I thought was going to get him, and he made a really good catch running away, and that's probably a single against us. But they played us right, and hasn't hurt them yet.
1 on, 2 out here for the Busters. They still lead 1-0. Bottom 4. J.C. Cafferty up, takes pitch inside for a ball. And, you know, JT knows what it's like to be a high school kid to come up late in the season and play like some of these new guys. And, you know, he's really made the most of it. And he's going to transfer to college next year and go to Arkansas Tech. So he's really really become a good ball player.
You bet. We're really proud of that. And he was our selling point to a couple of these younger kids. He tells them, you know, he got a chance to play for 2 weeks last year to get his feet wet and understand what the next level's about, because it is faster, it is bigger, it is different, and that 2 week advantage that he got last year was really helpful to him in his first year at Western, and then obviously helped a little bit to get him to Arkansas Tech. That we're very proud that we're able to get him signed to a very good school.
2 balls and a strike there, an debatable call. Looked a little low in the zone there. 1 runner on first. That is Trevor Mattson, hit by a pitch a moment ago. Meredith kind of settling in here, and that's not a good thing. Buster's trying to find some kind of gap. Big gap out there in right center field just to dunk a hit.
Well, he hit the ball hard last time and
got that double last time. And
hopefully barrel it again to right center.
That one called strike 2. That would look more like a strike. Luke Solis to up next.
Yeah,
so
that was on the black on the outside. Good pitch. Probably not a lot you could do with that. Just a good job. Hats off to him there. And now you got to shorten up and see if you can put a ball in play.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1-0 Hastings. That one fouled off. Brian and I were kind of talking on the Sodcast about, you know, Busters really have to put 7-8 game winning streak in order to, you know, to stay in this to win the division. It can be done. It's still a tight race, but if nothing else, you can play spoiler.
Sure.
And this is a portion of the season where you upset Western Nebraska a couple games, you could get Fremont a couple games, and really change that thing with Sasquatch in there as well.
You know, I guarantee you they're not real excited to play us because we're pesky. We usually hang around and have a chance to win a lot of our games. Now I'm not real worried.
We'll just keep it here.
Yeah, you know, I hate losing more than I like winning. But I'm proud of our group, and part of our job here, both Brian and I and Chandler and Luke, is to teach, and we've got to teach these guys how to learn and get better, and they've got better, and you know they're growing, and obviously we're not happy about our record, but again when you go back and watch our games, I think you'll find out that we've been very competitive in the vast majority of our games, and we've just found ways to lose and not make the right play at the right time, and so those are things you just got to get better at. And we saw that at Western Nebraska. We had plenty of opportunities to maybe lose one or both of those games, and we found a way to make the right plays, the right pitch, the right at bat every now and again. I mentioned earlier the simple ground ball that Logan Johnstone hit. That doesn't show up in the scorebook as a base hit, but that was probably the most important hit of the game.
Yeah.
And to teach young kids that that's important, and not so much what their batting average says, is part of the learning process. And I think Chandler and Luke have both got better as coaches as the year's gone on, because it's different. You know, as you've been an assistant coach your whole life, it's different when you have to make those decisions. And so we're proud of the growth from our coaching staff as well. And I tell people all the time, we've asked a lot of our players to come back, and that seems odd for a team that's 16-40 or 16-36, whatever that horrible number is. I try not to look at it. I know that's your job. There you go, 16-36. There you go. I was right. But we'd like to take it. If we can get a core of these guys back, I feel like we're going to be really competitive in 2022. So we hope to get a dozen or so of them back. You know, who knows? Only time will tell.
Sure.
But we'll see, because I like the quality of kids we have, and I know they're good baseball players. They just need some experience, and I think they've got it.
Well, and as you said too, is sometimes those little hits make a big difference. When you you have a sacrifice fly at the tie game, and a kid gets up and hits it deep to the outfield and gets to run in, that's better than a single.
Yeah.
You got the run in.
Yeah. Matt Hallback the other day, it was a game here where he had about a 7 or 8 pitch at bat, and there was nobody out, and a guy on third, and he had about a 7 bouncer to first, got a run in, and he was all upset at first. And when he came back off the field, I was able to talk to him and teach him that. And so those are important.
Baraja steps in here for Fremont. It'll be 8-9-1 due up here. Baraja with the first hit of the game for Fremont back in the 3rd inning. They've added a couple more since then. Josh Salmon, general manager and co-owner Scott Galusha, and Nate Miller up here in booth number 3. 1-0 as Jeremy Schneider pitching a really good game here against a very tough Fremont squad.
Absolutely, doing a great job.
Here is the 1-0. That one in there for a strike against the beer batter Barajas. And as you said, too, about the team, they're just the guys learning experience for coaches and for players. And it's the guys have made some friendships and, don't want to leave.
Oh, yeah, those friendships last a lifetime, and that's really a special thing about what we do. We see a guy every day for about 80 days, and then you may never see him again. And that's just kind of a fun dynamic of what summer baseball is. But, you got to remember, these guys are just kids, and they're young kids, and they're used to being the best player on all their high school teams. And so a lot of them have struggled for the first time at the college level, and that's a learning process by itself. And so all those things have been important for us, and we surely have seen some growth. It hasn't translated to wins or losses like I would like. I would stand here and tell you that I honestly think we're a 500-ish sort of team, if we can just make a play once in a while.
Sure.
And I think we've played like that. Unfortunately, we've lost more of them than we should, but it's all part of the process. And although not happy with all the results, I am happy with the growth and the kind of kids that we have that represent the Hastings Sodbusters.
3-2 here to Trevor Baraja as Schneider battles back. And you look at a lot of the box scores from the game, from the season, and it's just one inning that's made a difference in some of these games. I mean, there's probably 5-6 games that I think back to that just one inning made a huge difference.
Oh yeah, we've given them some big numbers. We've had several innings that were 5, 6, 7 runs an inning. Okay, and we'll throw 8 zeros up there and a 7, and we'll lose 7-5.
Yeah.
And we've hung up a lot of zeros. Our pitching, there hasn't been a lot of middle ground. It's either been really, really good or the opposite. Really, our bullpen has been that exactly.
Yeah.
There hasn't been very many average outings. They've either been really good or really bad. And what was nice about Western Nebraska the other day is every time somebody struggled, the next guy picked them up.
Here is the 3-2 once again for Schneider. That one hit a ton, but a foul over by the grill and the concession stand. So we'll do the 3-2 again here. Schneider battling back. And yeah, those games, a couple guys had some multi-hit games. The one game was just guys hitting, lots of single. Saturday's game, just guys with one hit, just kept the line moving.
Yep,
and sometimes little is less is more on that 7-3 win at Western Nebraska.
Yep. Did a good job at taking advantage of our opportunities, which we haven't done as much as we'd like. But again, all part of the learning process. And my goal is to bring a championship to Hastings. Okay, that's not going to change. I'm competitive to a fault, and that's what we demand. But I also have to understand, and everybody has to realize, that we've got a bunch of 18, 19-year-old guys for the most part that are playing 22, 23-year-old guys. And so there's going to be a learning process. And we thought we were going to be better than we are, but we knew it was going to be tough. And we're going to continue to build and grow, and we want to be in the mix every year as we move forward.
Baraja walks, brings up Dylan Sears now. And some of those Fremont guys, I think they're about 32.
Yeah, they've got a couple guys in the mid-30s. They got a couple smaller guys out there in the lineup today, but I've said numerous times, I'm not sure we have anybody on our roster that could wear one of their uniforms. I mean, they've got a lot more XLs and double Xs than we have available.
Big lunch program there in Fremont.
They must have, there's some big boys, and that's good. And that's why it's such a nice experience for our young guys to go out there, not only compete with wood bats, because that's a different ballgame too, but to compete against college-level guys. And a lot of these guys have been on a team for a year but haven't seen a lot of playing time. So this is, for most of these guys, this is their first real, for the vast majority of our guys, their first attempt at being a regular night in and night out.
Curveball slowly falling into right field. Cole Dawson makes an over-the-head catch. Wow. Hallback was there too, but Dawson actually had a better shot at it, and that's a crazy. Most second basemen would not be able to make that.
Nope, another really good play. Cole Dawson was the junior college Gold Glove winner for the country as a shortstop.
Wow.
And he comes here, and he's a second baseman because Luke Solis is fantastic over there. And Cole is another one of our all-stars, and so proud of just who he is and just his willingness to he wants to play every day. We've asked him several times if he wants a day off, and he really doesn't. He just wants to play. And he's a great kid, and it doesn't matter where we play him. He's done a really good job for us.
1 on 1 out here for Schneider. Hastings still leading 1-0 here in the top of the 5th. And, every time I get to the ballpark, no matter how early I am, Cole Dawson is always in the dugout dressed, ready to go.
Yeah. Well, he's a coach's kid, Fish. And so he knows it's been beat into him probably from age 1 that he's supposed to be punctual. He's supposed to punctual. He's supposed to do it the right way. And he's been another great example, and really all our kids have. But to pick out the 2 kids that have been recognized as all-stars, they just do it the right way. And that's something that I preach. I've preached my entire life. Believe me, I've coached a lot of games, but I'm more proud of the way we do things. And I want to win, and we're gonna win. But I'm not gonna sacrifice the quality of kids I get just to get a better baseball player. I'm going to take the great kids I have, and we're going to make them better, and we're going to compete in Hastings.
Runner goes, throw down the second. Did they get him?
They
got him. Nice throw there by Carlson to gun out Barajas.
Attaway, Nick.
So Carlson, good job back there with the throw. Nice. I'm sure he's nice to see another catcher on the roster. Just give him a little break.
Nick's been on our roster the entire year, but he's fought some medical issues for a lot of the year, and he's just now kind of getting back to himself. And I would normally say hi to his parents, but they're up there sitting by my family up there, so they're watching here tonight. And great to see him in the lineup. Getting him in a little bit more consistent routine has done wonders for him, and just another good inning for Jeremy.
Yeah, gets out of it on the situation. The caught stealing, and boy, ground out to second base there. Scott, thanks for coming up.
Hey, you bet, buddy. Always a pleasure. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks.
Chance for you guys to come on out tomorrow night as well. 6:35. Same 2 teams. 5 home games left after tonight. Busters still lead this one 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Coming up, this is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. We'll take a word now from Sam's Club.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members, so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball. When you're not heading to Duncan Field to watch the Sodbusters, head on over to Laughlin Country Club. The best view in Hastings. Their 2-story window overlooks the pristine course, their upscale clubhouse, and their kitchen crafts delicious dining menus. Behind the scenes is an entire full-service team led by their banquet manager who's working to make sure your event is executed flawlessly. Laughlin Country Club, 402-462-4151.
Jeremy Schneider got a little bit of a situation last inning, but got out of it, walking the leadoff hitter. Got a pop out, got the leadoff hitter Barajas gunned out at second base by Nick Carlson, and gets the ground ball in the next pitch to Tyler Push to end the inning. Busters still lead it 1-0. Josh Salmon back with you. Nate Miller to my right. Steve Stein will have you in the 6th and 7th inning. And then I'll be back for the 8th and 9th. But right now, let's finish up this inning here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Solis, Carlson, and Lombardi due up here for the Sodbusters. Take a look around the Expedition League. Some other scores are happening. 6-0 now. Western Nebraska leading on the road at Sioux Falls in the bottom of the 5th. Badland Big Sticks up 1-0 on Miami City at home in the 3rd. Spearfish leading 1-0 at home against Pure Trappers. Source Valley leading 4-3 at Wheat City in the top of the 3rd. And Casper Canyon County, no score. 1-0 our score here, and a 1-0 count to Luke Solis. Nolan Meredith still out there for Fremont. He's hasn't pitched a bad game at all. But neither has Schneider. Pitcher's duel here, 1-0 as Solis gets into that one, pops it a mile high into right center field. Who's out? Second baseman's out, right fielder's out, center fielder's out. He drops the ball. It was one of those I got it, okay, you get it thing, and the right fielder had a better chance at it. Simonson, push comes a long way from center field, tries to basket catch it on the move and drops it. So probably going to be ruled an error on that one, I would think. See what it's ruled here in a moment. And they did give it an error. So Solis is on with an error. Throw over to first. Runner back. Solis was taking a big lead off there. Yeah, pretty much Push was probably the last person that probably should have made that play. The second baseman was out. Sears. Simonson was there. Simonson had the best shot at the ball. But something like that, the center fielder usually makes the call, and he made the wrong call because he dropped it. Fisted off the first baseman. Luke White kicks it off his glove. That's going to be an infield single for Nick Carlson. Busters put some things together here on some defensive blunders by Fremont. White tried to dive and get it, and it kicks off his glove. It is ruled a hit, so infield hit here by Carlson. Third hit given up by Meredith. Busters have 2 on here with no outs. Jack Lombardi comes up. Lombardi goes to University of Omaha from the Chicago area. Said he's a Cubs fan. The Cubs could look a little different after this week. Trade deadline. Good bunt put down by Lombardi. It's going to be a sacrifice bunt. No, it's a throw. Oh, it does get him out. It's a horrible throw by Meredith the first, but he bounces it, but it was just in time to get Lombardi. So the sacrifice bunt for Lombardi. Gets runners over to second and third. I like the small ball. See, that's what Scott was talking about. Little plays like that, it doesn't help your batting average, but it gets things done, and it could make a difference in a game as he gets high fives back in the dugout from the guys. We'll see if that comes back. Jackson Rocha up. Infield in very far on the grass, if there was grass. On the green turf, I should say. Outfield in very far as well for Jackson Rocha. Rocha not a big hitter. Doesn't swing a big stick. Very quick, though. Very fast. And that's why they're in. They know that. 0-29 on the season. So Lee stands on third. He reached on an error. Nick Carlson had a single. He stands on second. There is one out. Sacrifice bunt by Jack Lombardi a moment ago. And it's 2-0 here to Jackson Rocha. Jackson Rocha. 1 hit on the season in 33 at-bats. Time for your second hit. Time for some RBIs total to add up as well. You are correct, Nate. Here is the pitch coming up from Meredith. And misses outside. Wow, that was called a strike? You got to be kidding me. I'm sorry, but that thing about hit the dirt. The strike zone is revolving as we go. Wow, it almost bounced before it got there. 2 balls and a strike. That went inside to Rocha. 3-1. So 2 on here, 1 out for the Busters. They lead 1-0. It's been a pitcher's duel this far. We're in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 1-0. The 1 run coming back in the second. Haven't had a hit since that inning until now. Won this inning. 2 guys on here. Here is the 3-1 from Meredith, and that one's upstairs. Ball 4, and they walk Jackson Rocha. Good at bat there for Jackson, not helping him out by swinging anything bad. That is only the first walk given up by Meredith. Bases loaded now for Cole Dawson. Chance for Busters to do something. Dawson, Johnstone, Matson, perhaps the 3 hottest hitters right now coming up. Dawson 0 for 2, strikeout and groundouts in the game. So Lee stands on third. Nick Carlson on second, and Jackson Rocha on first. Infield still playing in, not quite as far, especially at the corners. Luke White is in front of the runner. Outfield playing shallow except for left field. I stopped there by the catcher Nichols for ball 1. Johnstone stands on deck. Cole Dawson with 18 RBIs on the season. Chance to add to that right now. Speed on the base pass. So Elise over on third. We got Carlson on second, and then really fast Rocha over on first. Another good stop by the catcher there, Nichols, as he wants to go out and talk to his pitcher, Meredith, who's having some trouble finding the strike zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Busters with 3 on here, trying to add some runs. A 2-game winning streak, winning in the last 2 nights against Western Nebraska, who's leading right now. Western Nebraska has a 7-game losing streak coming into tonight. Fremont has a 1-game losing streak coming into tonight. Busters know them well, have beat them a few times this year. Pitch coming up here to the 2-0 from Meredith. In there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded here. Full of sod busters. This is the innings you have to get some of these runs in. You've been given a gift. A walk, an error, a single. Capitalize on them. A swing, he was just underneath there, was Cole Dawson. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Busters beat the Moo on opening day here, then lost to him the next day. Then Moo took the next 2 games from him, next 4 games from him. Sodbusters took 2 back on June 9th and 10th. 2 out of 3. 1 game was in Fremont, the other 2 were here to sweep their first series of the year. Teams have seen each other a lot. And that one's inside. Goes to 3-2 now. So Meredith, there are some arms, some guys stretching right now in the bullpen for Fremont. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded here for Cole Dawson. Busters lead 1-0, bottom 5. Definitely need the insurance runs against a tough Moo team. This could do it here. Dawson out to right field. That's a high fly ball. Shallow right field, and runners do not go. As it was the throw was up the line. It wasn't a very good throw, but I still don't think he would have scored. Simonson, he always plays shallow. He always has played shallow. We've burned him a couple times this season. But if they had a rover in baseball, he'd be like the rover. He just plays very shallow. Fly out there, that's a huge out for Nolan Meredith. 0 for 3 is Dawson. So now Johnstone's job is to get somebody in. If he would have flew out to left field, they probably would have got the run in. Left fielder's playing a little deeper out there in Moorview. Simonson playing shallow and throws up the first base line, but I don't think he would have made it. Strike 1. Busters with bases loaded here. Logan Johnstone trying to get some RBIs. 7 RBIs in the season for him. And he's down the count 0-2. He's had 70 at-bats. So Lee stands on third, Carlson on second, and Jackson Rocha on first. An error, a single, and a walk in that order for those 3 guys. That one misses high and outside. Close to where the catcher was setting him up. But Rocha didn't bring his fishing pole. Johnson, I'm sorry. I was looking at Rocha. He's standing on first base. They're both small, young guys. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Logan Johnstone, and that one outside a little farther than the last pitch. And again, doesn't swing. Meredith trying to battle through the inning here. He's gotten into some situations. Back in the second he did. Gave up only the 1 run. Pitched a really good 3rd and 4th inning, but struggling here in the 5th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1-0 Hastings. Bases loaded for the Sodbusters. They're setting him up on the inside, and they go outside, and Johnstone slaps it the opposite way. So Meredith missed his spot, but Johnstone swings and gets a piece of it to stay alive. Outfield very shallow, and center and right, and pushing Simonson. A little deeper and left is Moorview. Not a whole lot, though. Outfield back. Excuse me, infield back towards the outfield grass. Here is the 2-2 once again. Johnstone slaps it again, third base and out of play. at Duncan Field here. So Johnstone getting the pitch count up, if nothing else, against Meredith. This will be pitch number 74 coming up right here. At the chopper to second. No, Luke White comes up with it over to first, and they do get Johnstone, and they get out of it, and the Busters leave 3 on base. Nice play there by Luke White, moving to his right to get that one. So a ground out to first base, and the Busters squander an opportunity there, leaving 3 on base. 1-0 Hastings, top 6 coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field, as we hear from Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Odyssey. Casual, modern, and innovative cuisine, drinks, and service in the heart of downtown Hastings. The website is odysseydowntown.com. Call for reservations 402-834-3811. Odyssey. Reservations are required for lunch and dinner. Carryout orders taken on the day of carryout only. 834-3811. A sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. It is Josh Salmon handing the controls over here to Steve Stein. Steve, we squandered an opportunity there. Just left 3 on, but boy, what a pitcher's duel we got here today at Duncan.
Now you're just hoping that the Sodbusters can keep putting zeros up. This is the biggest half inning of the game right now, with Sodbusters having second and third and only 1 man out, bases loaded, 1 out, and could not score. Now, really important for Snyder to keep putting up the zeros, as Snyder's had a really good game so far. He has had to work overall a heck of a lot harder than Nolan Meredith. 2 good starts in progress. Now, Jacob Shaw was working behind Snyder last half inning, so I would think if Jeremy gets in any kind of trouble, that may be the end of the day for him. Meredith did reach 74 pitches, but he had a 20-plus pitch inning this past inning, as the Sodbusters did load the bases but could not score. 1-0. The difference, a run coming back in the second inning, and pretty important part of the order here for Fremont. They bat their 2, 3, and 4 to begin the 6th. It's Austin Baskin. He is 0 for 2, a fly out to right and a line out to right, as Schneider continues to throw very well, getting his start today. Had been coming out of the pen the last few outings, but back in the rotation now, and throws the first pitch that just misses for ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Fremont and Hastings. Fremont tops in the division, as entering today's play 16-5, a very solid second half. Spearfish tried to chase him down at 13-8. And Sioux Falls tied at 13-8 in second place. 1-0 delivery. Curveball is a beauty, right across at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike, so says home plate umpire Ryan Rathke. Craig Roop doing the field umpiring duties. Couple of local guys getting their opportunity here in the Expedition League, so that's pretty cool to see Ryan and Craig, both from Grand Island. 1-1 pitch. Bouncing ball back up the middle. It could be trouble, but Solis cuts it off. Nice plan to throw to first in time. Luke Solis showing his range. Nifty glove work and a good arm, too, as Baskin is gone for the 3rd time today.
Solis is good when you move Cole Dawson over to second base. I mean, that's how good a shortstop he is, and that shows right there.
And Cole Dawson is the Gold Glove winner in junior college baseball this year. So, tremendous glove guy. Here's Luke White, first baseman. He is 1 for 2 on the day, flew out to center and singled his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch is popped up on the right side of the infield. Fading back a couple of steps, Trevor Matson. He's got it. And 2 outs in the inning for Jack Simonson here in inning number 6. 1-0 Sodbusters with the lead. An RBI double from J.T. Cafford is Sorbat Hallback, the back-to-back hits to open the second inning, and that has been it. Teams combining for just 6 hits on the day. Here's a pretty tough out. Jack Simonson, right fielder, walked his first time up, struck out in the 4th. Both of those coming here against Jeremy Snyder. Snyder is now over 80 pitches, 83 pitches thrown for Jeremy Snyder as he works into the 6th inning here today. Snyder shakes off a sign or two from the catcher, Nick Carlson. Now will wind and deliver. Pitch outside for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Get to this point in the year, you kind of piece your lineup together. Sodbusters without Omar Jackson, who's battling a little hamstring issue. Logan Johnstone's got a leg issue as well, so he's the DH. So Jackson Roach out in center field today. They did have J.T. Cafferty start in left. He has moved to right with Matt Hallback moving from right to left. 2-0 the count now on Jack Simonson. 2 outs, top of the 6th. And the Sodbusters clinging to a 1-run lead, trying for a 3rd straight victory after they swept Western Nebraska. 2-0 delivery. That's outside for ball 3. 3-0 the count on Simonson. We saw a couple of outings this year for Jeremy Snyder where he just could not find the zone. So for the most part today has been around the strike zone and consequently has put zeros on the board for the first 5+ innings. 3-0 delivery. That's a little bit low. 4-pitch walk issued to Jack Simonson, and that'll bring up Darian Morphew. Jeremy Snyder trying to work his way through the 6th, and it may be the end of the line after the 6th regardless for Snyder. And matter of fact, here comes Luke Bay right now, and let's see if a move is made as Jacob Shaw continues to work behind Snyder. We saw Jacobs warming up last inning as Luke Bay comes out and visits with his right-hander at this point. And the Sodbusters trying to get a victory here today, and we talked about in the pregame, spoil Fremont's chances to make the postseason. Fremont in control in the second half, though, at this point, as they do have the 16-5 record. Last night's game notwithstanding, as Fremont ended up losing to Spearfish by a score of 8-7. Western Nebraska scored 4 early and now leads Sioux Falls 6-0. The Western Nebraska Pioneers had really been struggling heading into today with 7 straight losses, including 2 to the Sodbusters. As the conference is over, Luke Bay heading back to the dugout. Steve Stein, Josh Salmon, Nate Miller, video engineer today, as the Hastings Sodbusters lead it 1-0. These two teams play 2 more games here, and then 1 in Fremont. All of those, the games here at 6:35 tomorrow and Wednesday. Here comes Darian Morphew trying to keep the 6th inning going. He's first pitch swinging and lines it into right field for a base hit. And Fremont will have runners at the corners. Here comes the long throw to third, and that will allow Morphew to advance to second base. So instead of hitting the cutoff man, J.T. Cafferty sailed one all the way to third. So that allows Morphew to go to second on the throw. It's a single. But now runners at second and third, and now Fremont has the lead runners in scoring position with Trey Nichols coming, and there will be a pitching change. So the Sodbusters trying to get out of trouble here in the 6th, and we'll talk about the new pitcher when we come back. 1-0 Hastings. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Oh, yeah, so, Mr. Johnson, we took a look at your car, and turns out you got a broken rotator splint. You want us to fix it or what?
When your car needs repaired, don't take it to that guy. Take it to Eldon Repair. Old school service with new school technology. 701 East South Street in Hastings. So anytime your doohickey, thingamajig, or whatchamacallit breaks off, take it to Eldon's Automotive Repair. Eldon'sAutomotiveRepair.com. Remember, don't go to that other guy.
Come on, I ain't got all day. I'm busy, you know.
A reminder from the Nebraska Lottery. Nebraska Pick 5 has draws 7 days a week, with jackpots still starting at $50,000. So play Nebraska Pick 5 today, or you might miss your chance to win big.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
Sodbusters will send Jacob Shaw to the mound, his 13th appearance of the year, 20 into third innings. He has allowed 13 runs, 12 of them earned on 22 hits. He has struck out 23, walked 11, overall a 1-1 record. Really been a pretty solid guy to the bullpen for this Hastings Sodbuster team. 5.31 ERA. The team ERA at 6.51 coming into today. That's 7th in the league. Contrast that with Fremont. Their earned run average coming into today is at 4.7, number 2 in the league behind Badlands. So Sodbusters trying to find a way to get out of this inning. It started innocently enough with the ground out to the shortstop, then a pop up to the first baseman, but a 4-pitch walk. Oh, those late inning walks. And then the single, which turned into Morphew at second base. So now runners at second and third and 2 outs. And this is a really pivotal point in this game with the Sodbusters leading at 1-0, particularly after they left the bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th after they had a great chance to score. I mean, all you could ask, bases loaded with the 1 and 2 hitters coming up, and they could not get runs across.
Shaw pitched yesterday's game, as you said, gave up no runs on 1 inning pitched, 2 walks, a strikeout, and 7 batters faced. Needs a good outing here against a very tough Moo team.
As he's taking over for Jeremy Snyder, who goes 5 2/3 innings, allowing no runs to this point on 4 hits, striking out 2, walking 3 through just shy of 90 pitches on the day. And he will face Trey Nichols. Nichols walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher, as here we go. Second and third, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Big moment in this game is Shaw. Out of the stretch. Brings home the pitch. Taken a little bit high, 1 ball and no strikes. Shaw, Cloud County Community College product from Hastings. It's this very Hastings-heavy. 2 guys combined for a good outing yesterday, J.T. Cafferty and Leif Holteen. Holteen making his last appearance as a Hastings Sodbuster for the year and got the win in relief against Western Nebraska. Pitch fouled back, 1-1 the count on Trey Nichols. Bottom half of the 6th inning coming up, and the Sodbusters will have 3, 4, and 5, but trying to survive the top half of the 6th. Still in front. See how it goes right here as the right-handed pitcher, Shaw, comes set, brings it home, and it's right across on the outside corner for strike 2, 1-2 the count. 1 run, 3 hits for Hastings, no runs, 4 hits now for the Fremont Moo, the only error committed by the Moo earlier in this game. Matter of fact, it was the error to open the 5th inning, which looked to be a potential big inning for the Sodbusters, but they could not score. 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to the shortstop. Solis got it. Long throw in time, and the Sodbusters survive the 6th. Still in front. No runs. 1 hit, 2 men left. We head to the bottom half of inning number 6. It's Hastings 1, Fremont nothing, and this is Sodbuster baseball.
Your Hastings experience, a place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Head to the bottom half of inning number 6. The Sodbusters continue to lead it 1-0. Nolan Meredith continues to pitch very well for Fremont. His 2 big struggle innings. He still allowed only 1 run. He allowed a run to the first 2 guys he faced in the 2nd with a single, then an RBI double, and then really got into a jam in the 5th, but worked his way out of it. An error, an infield single, a sacrifice bunt that he nearly threw away as he one-hopped it to the first baseman. That was a play that was kind of forgotten in that inning, the way it unfolded. But then a walk to the number 9 hitter, and then he got Cole Dawson to fly out to right. That was the huge out in the inning, and it wasn't deep enough to get a run home, and then Logan Johnstone grounded to the first baseman. The Sodbusters could not score, but a good job for Snyder and Shaw to keep Fremont off the board in the top half of inning number 6. So the Sodbusters see what they can get done with Trevor Matson, who was not only an all-star in the Expedition League, but he was the Expedition League All-Star MVP. Goes 2 for 2 with a stolen base as a nice comeback for the Clark division. They ended up winning 5-3 after they trailed it 3-0 in that All-Star game last Tuesday in Casper. Matson, one of the heart and soul guys of this Sodbuster team, as he struck out his first time up, was hit by a pitch, a team-leading category, and he stands in the right-hand box here. Sodbusters looking for a base runner. Love a little insurance here, heading to the final third of this one at Duncan Field. Wind blowing in from center field, temperatures in the 80s, and the pitch is across for strike one. No balls and 1 strike on Trevor Matson. Matson, solid career, capped at his previous university, Arcadia, but he's going to be a grad transfer to Gardner-Webb, where he would still have 2 years of eligibility, and he could get his master's there. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Chance to play D1 ball. One of the veterans on this Hastings Sodbuster squad. 1-1 delivery. Low for ball 2. 2-1 the count on Trevor Matson. Guy who just doesn't try to do too much. Very much comfortable with his own skin and what he can do. And he's the most powerful hitter on this team, but doesn't try to overswing. One of the top averages at .319. Overall, the Sodbusters at .254. Matson hits this one pretty well into right field, but a fly ball into right is generally an out, and so it is now, with Jack Simonson camping underneath it. First out here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, and Matt Hallback will come to the plate. He's now playing left field for the Sodbusters.
You look at the Sodbusters, you know, you got Cole Dawson no hits, Johnstone no hits, Matson no hits, you got Hallback with 1, Cafferty with 1, and Carlson with 1. So it's kind of different guys tonight, not guys you would expect against Fremont.
The Sodbusters trying to find a way to use this lack of offense to get a win. Here's a bouncing ball back up the middle. That's into center field for a base hit as Hallback has his 2nd hit of the day. He's 2 for 3 with the lone run scored. He had a leadoff single back in the 2nd. Came in to score on this guy's double as J.T. Cafferty is now at the plate with a chance to do some damage. His double allowing Hallback to score all the way from first. JT had a tough time out in left field. He has not played much left field in his career. When he's played outfield, it's mainly been right, but he's been more of an everyday catcher kind of guy when he was playing his Legion ball and high school ball in Hastings. First pitch is taken outside for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes, but with outfielders injured, JT go out to the outfield. So he started in left, but switched over to right. And Sodbusters trying to come through here with a big insurance run. Runner at first, nobody out. 1-0 the count, and JT takes it outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on JT Cafferty.
Cafferty's one of those guys, you could tell him to play shortstop. He'd be like, okay, you know, anything you need, he'll be out there and play, and he's been very versatile this year for Hastings.
Has signed with Arkansas Tech after playing 1 year at Western Nebraska Community College, so a good opportunity for him to take that next step in his career. Arkansas Tech so important to this Hastings Sodbuster team as the pitch is missing outside. Now 3-0 on J.T. Cafferty with a couple of pitchers from Arkansas Tech on the team. And then, of course, Cole Dawson, who is the son of the head coach of Arkansas Tech. So I think you're going to see a nice pipeline from that NCAA Division II qualifying team. They made it to the postseason tournament this year. 3-0 delivery. Bouncing ball on the infield. Could be a tough play. High hop. Only played a first. High throw, but in time. Good patience for Austin Baskin. Waited for it to come down and gunned down J.T. Cafferty. Matt Hallback advances to second on the play. So runner in scoring position. And a big moment here for Luke Solis, trying to find a way to drive home the second run of the game. 1-0 Hastings, bottom half of inning number 6 here at Duncan Field. Luke Solis has been a nice addition. UC San Diego recruit out of Chino Hills, California. Solis stands in the right-handed box for the Hastings Sodbusters. Popped it up into right field the last time, but it turned into an error on the center fielder, who was converging with the right fielder and the second baseman, and mishandled it as Tyler Push had it fall out of his glove, and that opened what looked to be a potential big 5th inning, but the Sodbusters couldn't push a run across. Solis up there now, 1 ball and no strikes as Meredith continues to battle his way through. He is now over 80 pitches thrown. We saw Jeremy Schneider throw 89 before being lifted. Pitch taken a little bit high. It's 2 balls and no strikes on Solis. Nolan Meredith, pretty gutsy effort here after giving up that 2nd inning run, has put zeros on the board since, and a rare 1-0 score here in the Expedition League as we are getting late. I say that, Fremont actually had a no-hitter thrown over the weekend. 2-0 delivery is taken outside, and it's now 3 balls and no strikes on Luke Solis, likely a take sign coming. Trent Sellers ended up throwing a no-hitter on Saturday for the squad from Fremont, first no-hitter in Moo history. 3-0 the count. And the pitch. Solis watching it all the way, and this one taken on the outside corner for a strike as the home plate umpire hears it from the Sodbuster fans. 3-1 the count, 2 outs, 1-0 the score. Sodbusters lead it here in the bottom half of inning number 6. 1 run on 4 hits for the Sodbusters. No runs on 4 hits for Fremont. And the pitch. It's a 5-pitch walk as Solis is able to reach 2 on and 2 outs now for Nick Carlson, who had a hit earlier in the game. Hastings Sodbusters love to find a way to squeeze another one across as the bullpen going to be asked to finish this one out. And there will be a visit to the mound, a potential pitching change coming here for the Fremont Moo. There has been action behind him, and we've yet to see the official indication to see whether a pitching change is forthcoming, but at this point it looks like it's just a visit to the mound from Shea Bennett in his 3rd year, the Expedition League Coach of the Year in 2020, leading the team to the championship as they ended up beating Badlands 8-2 and 10-1. For the title, and right now it's still Meredith's game as he tries to survive this 6th inning, still trailing at 1-0, working to Nick Carlson, who had an infield single his last time up as he grounded one off the first baseman's glove, a diving attempt made by Luke White, but he couldn't come up with it cleanly, and Carlson is 1 for 2 on the day, also struck out against Meredith back in the 2nd. So big spot here with runners at 1st and 2nd and 2 outs, and Meredith out of the stretch. And the pitch. Across for a strike, no balls, 1 strike on Nick Carlson. Carlson, Kearney Catholic product, playing at Northeast Community College, a business major. He was a .340 hitter for that team in the spring. Meredith, so 1 delivery. Bounced foul behind home plate. The count goes to 2 strikes. Meredith a chance to get out of this with no damage done. A fly out, a single, a ground out, a walk. Sodbusters continue to cling to a 1-0 lead. Bottom half of inning number 6 here at Duncan Field. First of a 4-game series between the 2 stadiums. 3 here at Duncan, 1 at Fremont. And the Sodbusters have their final 3 home games of the year with Wheat City coming to town. 0-2 delivery. Pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. 1-2 the count now on Nick Carlson. Carlson, number 7 hitter, has been sharing the catching duties with J.T. Cafferty, and then J.T. pitches too, so the Sodbusters have had several different players at that catcher spot, but pretty much down to those 2 at this point. 1-2 pitch beauty right on the inside corner as Carlson couldn't pull the trigger, and the Sodbusters are turned away. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left, and we will head to the 7th inning. It remains Hastings 1, Fremont nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio, hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
The Hastings Sodbusters continued to lead it 1-0 as we head to the 7th inning as Jacob Shaw trying to keep it that way. He came in and threw 4 pitches, was able to retire Trey Nichols on a ground out to the shortstop to end the threat when the squad from Fremont had second and third and 2 outs. He's in relief of Jeremy Schneider, trying to get a win for Schneider, who got the start today and did very well, working 5 2/3 innings of shutout ball, allowing no runs on 4 hits, striking out 2 and walked 3. Hits are even at 4 apiece as the Sodbusters and the Fremont Moo going at it in a pretty good pitcher's duel here, as Shaw is going to be facing the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Fremont Moo. Peyton Leeper, Trevor Barajas, and Dylan Sears. Sodbusters statistically near the bottom and hitting at .254 compared to Fremont as they come into today with a batting average of .313, second best in the league, and pitching Fremont second in ERA. Sodbusters are 7th. This Fremont team has had a very solid season, is 16-5 of the second half, 36-16 overall. Trying to find a way to qualify for the postseason, and here comes Peyton Leeper. Leeper, pair of ground outs to the second baseman Cole Dawson. Dawson, outstanding glove man at second, a pretty good hitter as well. Matson at first, Solis continues to play shortstop, and the third baseman today is Jack Lombardi for the Hastings Sodbusters, decked out in their yellow jerseys with the green B on the front, numbers on the back. Pitch taken outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Peyton Leeper. Meanwhile, the Fremont Moo in their purple jerseys with orange numbers. The defending Expedition League champs. Pitch just a little bit high, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes on Peyton Leeper. Leeper, a product of Southeast Missouri State. Makes his home in Montana. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter, and this pitch way outside. Now 3-0 the count. Do not want to long walk the leadoff man here late in the game with a 1-run lead. Shaw going to have to battle back here for the Hastings Sodbusters. Jacob Shaw pitched in a couple of games for Cloud County during his freshman year, but getting a lot more opportunities here in the summer. Pitch across for strike, 3 balls and a strike on Peyton Leeper, and when he's been given the opportunity, pretty good hitter too. Hitting .318 coming into today. Big swing, no contact on a changeup, and it's now 3-2 on Peyton Leeper with Barajas and Sears to bat here in the 7th inning. 1-0 Sodbusters clinging to the lead. That second inning RBI double from J.T. Cafferty, the difference in this one. As the right-hander Shaw trying to come all the way back. 3-2 pitch inside, and it hit him. And so it turns into a hit batsman. I think Nick Carlson thought that Leeper kind of leaned into that, not called that way. It will be a hit by pitch as Leeper is down to first base. If he wouldn't have stepped into it, it would have been ball 4 anyway. So Leeper at first base now, being hit by a pitch, and Barajas will step to the plate. Now their left-handed hitter for the Fremont Moo. 1 run, 4 hits for the Sodbusters. No runs, 4 hits for the Fremont Moo, but they have had the better of the threats overall. Really put a lot of pressure on Snyder, but could not get anything across. Then Shaw came in and got out of difficulty in the 6th, and a leadoff man aboard here for Fremont. We'll see how they play it. It's a team that can explode at any time. Ask Sioux Falls about that. They were down 4-0 were the Fremont Moo, and they scored 11 runs in the 7th inning and actually had to hold on for an 11-10 win. That was one of the more bizarre games in Expedition League play this year. There have been some high-scoring games as well. 0-1 delivery is on the way. And this one swung on and missed in the dirt quickly. 2 strikes on Barajas with a runner at first and nobody out. Fremont has gotten the better of the series this year. 3-14 are the Sodbusters against the Fremont Moo. 3-4 here and 0-10 in Fremont. So happy that they only have to play 1 more game there. Shaw brings the 0-2 pitch home and just misses inside. The count will go to 1-2 strikes on Trevor Barajas. Leeper drew a hit batsman on a 3-2 pitch, and now Barajas, who has not been retired yet today, a single and a walk. I say he hasn't been retired, he was caught stealing, but he has reached base both times. 1-2 pitch, Shaw trying to find a way to get this one, and brings it high for ball 2, 2-2 the count on Barajas, with Dylan Sears waiting on deck. Hastings Sodbusters and the Fremont Moo. The Sodbusters, one of the inaugural teams in the Expedition League. Fremont came in year 2, and they have a championship to their credit. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed at one in the dirt. Barajas down on strikes as Shaw gets Barajas, runner at first and 1 man out, and Dylan Sears will come to the plate. He is an outstanding player, an Expedition League All-Star from 2020 when he hit .306, and that is how good Fremont is. Sears has generally batted in the number 9 spot when we've seen them play, despite the fact that he has a .315 batting average. Basically, it's another leadoff man in that number 9 hole. Throw over to first and back in safely will be Lieber.
Yeah, once Push gets on, he can steal bases. He's just another leadoff hitter, as you said, batting in the 9th hole, kind of a decoy, if you will.
So Sears, the 9-hole Push waiting on deck here for the Fremont Moo. Shaw brings the pitch home, and this one is low into the dirt. Runner goes, and the throw down to second is not in time. Pretty close. A little delay after they saw the ball in the dirt. Pretty good dirt read there for Lieber, so he's in scoring position with 1 man out, and 1-0 the count on Dylan Sears. Nice job for Carlson to handle it and throw down, and they made that play very close to try to get Peyton Lieber. So now the double play is out of order, and 1-0 the count. Sodbusters trying to work their way through the 7th, still with the lead. 1-0 is the score. A look back to second, and the pitch. Hard hit ball, knocked down by Matson, the third baseman. He will dish to Shaw, and out at first base on a bang-bang play. And I don't think Fremont thinks so, but it's 3-1 on the put-out on the play. Advancing to third will be Peyton Lieber. Trevor Matson, Expedition League All-Star MVP with a big defensive play right there, and a good hustle over for Jacob Shaw. Sears runs pretty well, and I would not have wanted to make that call, but Craig Roop emphatically said you're out, and a runner at third now with 2 outs in the top of the order. Tyler Push coming up, and he is 0 for 3 on the day. So a huge out there for the Sodbusters. Now can Shaw get out of this with no damage done? Shaw brings the pitch home. Low into the dirt, good stop for Nick Carlson, who's going to have to be very wary now. The runner at third do not want to allow the tying run to come across on a wild pitch. Tyler Push, still a very capable hitter. Like I say, he's the leadoff guy for a reason, so batting .319 on the season coming into today, and takes the pitch in there for, well, nope, a little bit low, I guess. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes on Tyler Push. Sodbusters trying to find a way to keep the lead heading into the bottom half of the 7th inning. Jacob Shaw throwing his 20th pitch as he gets set to go, and brings it across for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike the count now on Tyler Push. As Push with a home run, 18 runs batted in on the season for Tyler Push. 2-1 delivery on the way. Hit well into the left center field gap. That is trouble, and that is going to fall. It's a tie game. Push around first, headed to second. Here comes the throw. He is in there. It's an RBI double, and it's a new ball game in inning number 7 as Tyler Push has himself a double, and the score is 1-1.
Push came to shove, and boy, he got the job done there with 2 outs, and left center field has a nice piece of hitting by Fremont. This is the team that you know you're never safe with any kind of lead against.
1-1 the score. Now the Moo have the go-ahead run in scoring position of the person of Austin Baskin. And the late inning free pass. Hit batsman to begin the inning, and that one comes home to roost. Pitch across for a strike. No balls, 1 strike on Austin Baskin, batting in the 2 spot, 0 for 3 on the day. You saw Push come in at 0 for 3, but then he had the biggest hit of the game to this point with that RBI double. Shaw look at the runner, and the off-speed pitch is fouled away. Count goes to 2 strikes on Austin Baskin. For Baskin, he is a product of the University of Memphis from Covington, Tennessee. Stands at the right-handed box. Another of the Division I prospects on this Fremont Moo squad, who had maybe the highlight of the Expedition League, a guy drafted. 0-2 pitch is lined to center field. Could be trouble, but Jackson Rocha on the run, and he makes the catch, and Fremont will settle for 1. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 man left. We head to the bottom half of inning number 7. It's a 1-1 tie, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings & Kearney has been a quality builder and developer since 1918. They have your office and retail space solution. Over 300,000 square feet of premier space. On-site management and maintenance. Great locations and abundant pricing. Spaces designed and built to suit. And flexible leasing options available. Johnson Imperial also features general contracting services. Check out all they have to offer. JohnsonImperial.com. Johnson Imperial in Hastings & Kearney. That's JohnsonImperial.com. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
1-1 the score. The big 2-out RBI double from Tyler Push, and Fremont has caught Hastings. Sodbusters trying to come right back. They'll have their 8-9-1 hitters against Nolan Meredith. Meredith now could be the winning pitcher if his team could score. It gets through this inning and they score a run or two, but Meredith still in the ball game. He'll be throwing his 90th pitch as we begin the bottom half of inning number 7, a 1-1 tie. We mentioned the fact that the Fremont Moo very happy to have a draft pick now as part of their alumni. Austin Callahan, 6'2", 220-pounder, and he's a monster out of the University of Nebraska, Omaha. Fremont guy drafted in the 18th round by the Cincinnati Reds. So good luck to him, and very cool for the Expedition League to have a guy drafted. Here comes the Sodbusters, as we will see Jack Lombardi step to the plate, lay down a good sacrifice his last time up, but if not for the first baseman, Sodbusters may have had the bases loaded, nobody out, as Meredith short-armed one to first, and it took a hop, but it was dug out nicely by Luke White, who saved his pitcher an error. 1-0 pitch, and Lombardi way behind that one. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jack Lombardi. He is a UNO product, and he tried to find a way to get the leadoff man aboard for the Sodbusters. They have not had many threats today, but did play to run back in the second. It's 1-1. Lombardi can't catch up with this one, as it's 1-2 now on the third baseman, who's been a nice addition to this Sodbuster team, mainly playing the left side of the infield. Some have a great game at second base, though. The Sodbusters able to pull out a win against Casper as he began a couple of 4-6-3 double plays. Pitch misses outside. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jack Lombardi. Lombardi out of Park Ridge, Illinois. Get on there for the Sodbusters and get that run back that Fremont amassed in the top of the inning. Lombardi can't make contact here as Meredith comes up with his 6th strikeout of the day, and Lombardi goes down. It'll be Jackson Rocha trying to get things started here in the 7th inning. Rocha is 0 for 1 on the day. Drew a walk the last time up. We thought at the time that was a key at bat in the 5th inning because that loaded the bases with only 1 man out with the 1 and 2 hitters coming up, but the Sodbusters could not score, and that looks very large now because Fremont now has come back to tie the game. Pitch misses inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Jackson Rocha. Rocha standing at the right-handed box against the right-handed pitcher Nolan Meredith, who can still bring it. Puts this one outside. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. And right now there's no action behind him. So this is Meredith's game. We thought that he was going to be a little question whether he could actually even get out of the 5th inning. And now he's in the 7th as the pitch is in there for a strike. to Jackson Rocha. Rocha trying to find his way on board here for the Hastings Sodbusters, and the delivery. Pitch swung on and missed. 2-2 the count now on Jackson Rocha. As Rocha trying to find his way on board. The Fremont Moo, Luke White at first base. Dylan Sears at second. Pitch outside to Rocha. Get a base runner and try to put a little pressure on Meredith. It is 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Jackson Rocha.
Another good at bat for Rocha. Rocha had
And Peyton Leeper playing third base. Bouncing ball to the left side, and that's fielded cleanly. Throw to first in time. There's a strong play there for Peyton Leeper. 2 outs in the inning, and back to the top of the order for Cole Dawson for the Hastings Sodbusters. Dawson trying to get it going. He grounded out his first time up, struck out in the third, and flew out to right field in the fifth. That was the key at bat in that fifth inning when the Sodbusters could not plate a run. Bases loaded, 1 out, and one of the top guys played, and that's baseball sometimes. He flew out to right, but just not deep enough for Chandler Wagner to want to send the runner from third. Pitch is fouled away, and you look back on it, it's so easy to second guess. The throw actually came clear up the first base line, so if they would have sense Luke Solis, he would have scored the run, but that's the way it goes. No balls, 1 strike to count after the foul ball off the bat of Cole Dawson. 0-1 delivery. Curveball is missing for 0-1. 1-1 the count on Cole Dawson. His dad, Dave, the coach of Arkansas Tech. He played his freshman year at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Going to head back. Pitch missing for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Was named the Gold Glove winner in junior college baseball. He is an outstanding glove man and can hit it a little bit too, as he's one of the top hitters on the Sodbuster squad. 326 among the regulars for this team. That's best on the squad. 2-1 delivery, and that's an off-speed pitch right across for strike 2. 2-2 the count on Cole Dawson. Bottom of the 7th, a 1-1 tie between Fremont and Hastings. 1 run, 5 hits for the Moo. 1 run, 4 hits for the Sodbusters. Very well-pitched game going on at Duncan Field. 2-2 delivery. It's inside, and the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes on Cole Dawson. So the pitches continue to amass for Nolan Meredith, who is up over 100 pitches now. He will stand atop the hill. Shakes yes. Brings the pitch home. Line back up the middle, and the Sodbusters get the go-ahead run on here with 2 outs in the 7th, and see what they can get done with Logan Johnstone after that hit for Dawson. As it's going to be a visit to the mound, so we will see potential pitching change here. Slow walk out, and they are going to make a pitching change, so we will take a quick breather. 1-1 the score. We're in the bottom half of the 7th inning as we bring you Sodbuster Baseball.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members, so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball.
When you're not heading to Duncan Field to watch the Sodbusters, head on over to Laughlin Country Club. The best view in Hastings. Their 2-story window overlooks the pristine course, their upscale clubhouse, and their kitchen crafts delicious dining menus. Behind the scenes is an entire full-service team led by their banquet manager who's working to make sure your event is executed flawlessly. Laughlin Country Club, 402-462-4151.
Chase Reynolds will be the new pitcher now for the Fremont Moo as we are locked at a 1-1 tie, bottom half of the 7th inning. For Reynolds, he has going to have an opportunity to pitch it. He is making his 11th appearance, all but one of those in relief. 17 innings pitched, allowing 13 runs on 20 hits, 11 of those earned. He has walked 80, struck out 13. His record at 1-1. His ERA at 5.82. The Sodbusters trying to find a way. It'll be interesting to see if they turn Cole Dawson loose, see if he steals a base to try to get into scoring position with Johnstone up there. Johnstone 0 for 3 on the day. And the best RBI guy still waiting on deck, Trevor Matson. 1 run, 5 hits for the Sodbusters. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for the Fremont Moo as we continue to play a very well-pitched game here at Duncan Field. First of 3 here at Duncan, and then they'll go play 1 in Fremont before the Sodbusters return home for their final home series of the season. Yesterday in the Expedition League, Canyon County beat Casper in the game of the night 16-14. You had Pierre over Mining City 12-9. Soros Valley beat Sioux Falls yesterday 8-5. Badlands 9, Wheat City 7, and Spearfish 8, Fremont 7. A lot of close games. Of course, the Sodbusters, they rallied from behind to beat Western Nebraska by a count of 5-4. Here comes Logan Johnstone trying to keep this inning going here as he'll be the first man to see Chase Reynolds. Reynolds, right-handed pitcher, working out of the stretch, and the pitch is across for a strike. No balls, 1 strike on Logan Johnstone. Grounded out his first time up, lined to short back in the 4th, and grounded the first baseman, who threw to the pitcher covering to end the 5th inning. 1-1 the score. Thrower, and they know about Cole Dawson and his speed, and particularly with trying to find a way to get a runner in scoring position here. 11 for 13 in stolen bases this year for Cole Dawson, who has a little bigger lead after getting the read on Reynolds. Does not go until Logan Johnstone behind the offering here from Reynolds. Quickly 2 strikes on Logan Johnstone. Sodbusters and the Moo locked at 1, bottom half of inning number 7. Very well played game to this point. Just 1 error, that committed by the Moo, but it did not cost them any runs. And the pitch is fouled away off the glove of the catcher Trey Nichols. It remains 2 strikes on Logan Johnstone. It had a weird sound to it. I thought maybe that he caught a piece of the glove there, but there was no argument there for Logan Johnstone. But so just a foul ball. Must have hit the ball then quickly off the glove. 0-2 pitch, and that's missing inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Logan Johnstone. Catcher's interference would have put the Sodbusters in a situation where they would have had first and second and 2 outs, but Johnstone going to have to earn it. Dawson maybe another step farther this time. See if he's taken off. Reynolds thinks so, throws over, and Dawson dives back in safely. Had a pretty good read there. We'll see if he is able to get another half step or so as they try to keep him at bay with the first baseman over there holding him on, Luke White. He does go. Pitch taken outside. Throw down to second base, and it is in time. That is a gun. Wow, what a throw for Trey Nichols as Dawson out relatively easily there, and the Sodbusters are turned away. No runs on 1 hit and no one left. Josh Salmon going to take you home. When we come back, he'll have the final couple innings and maybe extra innings. One never knows. So we are tied at 1 here at Duncan Field, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Odyssey. Casual, modern, and innovative cuisine, drinks, and service in the heart of downtown Hastings. The website is odysseydowntown.com. Call for reservations 402-834-3811. Odyssey. Reservations are required for lunch and dinner. Carryout orders taken on the day of carryout only. 834-3811. A sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Well, Busters couldn't get it done there. And have to see what they can do here out of the bullpen. Josh Salmon back with you. Appreciate you guys tuning in here. As Jacob Shaw back out there. See what he can do. And Busters ran themselves out of an inning there. And that's one of those things, you know, chances are I probably, if I was manager, I would have sent Cole Dawson too. You try to get something going. Your offense has been struggling. You've had, you know, some opportunities. And you try to make an opportunity there. It was just a really, really good throw from Nichols. And they got out Dawson stealing second by plenty. So that's the bad news. The good news is you laid off the inning with Logan Johnson, I guess, right? Chance to get him on base. But first you got to get past the Moo here. 1-1 is our score. All tied up here in the 8th inning. Top of the 8th. Take a look around the Expedition League. And there's that Western Nebraska game is the one we've been watching pretty closely. And I think that one is over. Yes, Western Nebraska snapped a 7-game losing streak, and they did win tonight 6-0 at Sioux Falls. So that's a pretty good deal when you hold Sioux Falls to no runs. They're good offensive team there. Pierre leading at Spearfish. A couple interdivision games there. 4-3. Strike one here to Luke White. It'll be 3-4-5 up for Moo. Wheat City winning at home, or leading at home, I should say, 7-6 in the 5th. Canyon County leading on the road 4-0 as Luke White fouls that one off the fist almost. They handle the bat. 4-0 Canyon County leading at Casper, and Badland Big Sticks leading at home 4-1 in the 5th. Our score 1-1 here. It's an 0-2 pitch coming up from Jacob Shaw, and that one way outside. Nick Carlson corrals it. 6:35 tomorrow, first pitch. Same two teams, and again on Wednesday. Then the series shifts to Fremont for one game on Thursday. Back here as Wheat City comes in. Originally it was going to be Sioux Falls, but Wheat City instead going to wrap up the homestand in the last home series of the year for the Sodbusters this weekend. Busters will go on the road after that and finish out the season at Wheat City and then at Pierre. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Luke White. 1 of 3, and it goes to 3-2. Luke White, always a dangerous hitter. Right fielder Hallbeck playing very much towards right center, and that one's right up the middle. That's what the Moo do. That's just, you could have 7 outfielders or infielders out there, and they'd still find a hole and hit it there. It's just, there's no way to defend those guys. And they make it look easy. It's like, okay, why doesn't every team just do that? We'll try it out. Let me know how it works out for you. So brings up Jack Simonson. He's walked twice. Got caught stealing back in the second. Struck out. 1-1 our score here from Duncan Field. And Luke White not a big stealing base threat over on first base. Being held on by Trevor Matson. Chopper, Jacob Shaw grabs it. Slow bouncer over to first. They do get the out, and runner moves on to second. So there's 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out there to Simonson. He's officially over 2. Brings up Darian Morphew. He's got 2 hits and a strikeout. Morphew, the left fielder for Fremont. Currently batting .318. When he came into the game, Morphew was batting right underneath Cole Dawson in the standings. And that might change by the end of the night. Oh, 1 here to Morphew. Luke White stands on second base. Pitch on the way inside. Nobody warming in the bullpen for the Sodbusters right now. You look at the bench, you've got not too much on the bench right now because you have Omar has a leg injury. I think Shimashita, although I haven't seen him in the dugout, might be your only choice as a bat unless you use some of your pitchers. and Jacob Shaw, one of your better hitting pitchers on the team, and he's pitching right now. So if you want to pull your DH, but you can't because Logan Johnston has a leg injury as well, so quite the conundrum. Grounder to first base. Trevor Matson scoops it up, tags the bag. Runner moves over to third now. Morphew getting the job done of moving over the runner another 90 feet. He's officially 2 of 4. Brings up Trey Nichols. Nichols has walked, grounded out, and popped out to second base. You're running out of chances to see the Sodbusters here in person as the season winding down. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Josh Salmon with you. Nate Miller to my right. Steve Stein on the broadcast as well. Jacob Shaw doesn't like the sign, wants a new one, probably wants the heater again. And going upstairs. Ball and a strike. Luke White singled, was moved over to second base by the ground out by Simonson. Moved over to third by the ground out by Morphew. 1-1 count here to Trey Nichols. All tied up 1 run apiece. 8th inning. That one a high strike. Maybe got away with one on that one. Buster scored their run back in the 2nd. Fremont scored theirs in the 7th. 11 hits combined. 6 for Fremont, 5 for Hastings. 1 error. That one belonging to the Moo. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Shaw 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. This would be a great inning if he could. And he does. Swung on and missed. Catcher Carlson tags him, and he strikes him out. 2nd strikeout for Jacob Shaw, and the Moo leave 1 on base. So, bottom of the 8th coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. Don't go anywhere. See if Busters can come back and take the lead in the bottom of the 8th.
Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience. A place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Back at Duncan Field, Josh Salmon along with you here from Duncan. I'm trying to find myself a broadcasting gig for the winter. I will be taking pictures, of course. That's my full-time job, a photographer. But on the days when there aren't football, I'm just hoping to announce some high school softball going on. We'll see. E.J. Taylor warms up the pitcher as the catcher Nichols needs to get his gear back on there. 1-1, we're all tied up here. Busters need to get something going here in the 8th. And see what they can do this inning. Well, we'll see what happens here. We're having a sound issue. Let me see if I can plug something in here that I've been having a... It's not working very well. Better, perhaps? So Johnstone, who was at the plate when Cole Dawson was thrown out, will lead things off. And Chase Reynolds back out there in relief. First pitch outside for ball 1. It'll be 2-3-4 here. Do it for the Sodbusters. Johnstone clobbers it on the screws, but right to the left fielder who backtracks and makes the catch out there. That is Morphew, and 1 down. So Johnstone 0 for 4. Trevor Madsen not getting hits. You look at the big hitters. Dawson's got one. Logan Johnstone doesn't have any. Madsen doesn't have any yet. Hallbeck's got two. Cafferty's got one. Carlson's got one. And Cole Dawson has one, as I said. So, chopper for Madsen. That is a foul ball. It bounces up about 6 feet in front of the plate, and then the catcher lets it roll back. So Trevor Madsen will do it again. And I'm sure he's kind of sort of happy to do it again, although you need base runners. Not the way he prefers to get on base, but at this point, Busters will take any base runners they can get. They have 5 hits in the game, but they've left 5 guys on. 1-1 our score, bottom 8. 1 out, nobody on. 0-1 count coming up here from Chase Reynolds to Trevor Madsen. And that went in there for a strike. Madsen upset with himself for not swinging at that. So, no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 coming up. Liner to short. Baskins had a busy night at the office. Throw it across, and there's 2 down. He's been really busy over there. 0 for 3 is Trevor Madsen. The Moo have done a really good job of containing Madsen. Dawson, for the most part, we only give up 1 hit. Johnstone, I mean, some of the tougher hitters, they've really been doing a good job. The other guys who don't average a couple hits a game, like Hallbeck and Nick Carlson have got a hit on there. Hallbeck's got 2. Cafferty's got a hit and brings up Matt Hallbeck right now. 2 of the 5 hits are his. Busters need some base runners down the last 4 outs of the game. In the bottom of the 8th, strike 1 there to Matt Hallbeck. Hallbeck with a couple hits in the game is taking his average up to 308. That one outside and low. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pitch on the way here from Chase Reynolds. Down the third base line. Leaper across the diamond very quickly. Gets rid of it. And the Busters are out 1, 2, 3 here in the 8th inning. So go to the top of the 9th. This is Sodbuster Baseball. We're all tied at 1 run apiece.
Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Well, Buster's not able to get anything going there in the 9th inning. Can't get anybody on base. So in the 8th inning, 9th inning coming up here from Duncan Field. Josh Salmon with you, back with Nate Miller, Steve Stein, as Sweet Caroline being swung. Sweet Caroline needs to come in and put up a 0 against Fremont. So it'll be due up here for the Moo. Seven, 8, 9. Leaper, Baraha, and Sears. Against Shaw. Pitch coming up. Called a strike. Busters will have Cafferty, Solis, and Carlson due up in the ninth. First, they got to get past Fremont here. Ooh, and that one, strike two, but that hit the umpire, and that one hurt. Ooh, wow, the bat hit him. That guy's going to need an ice pack. He is, ooh, that is, I don't, wow. It's one thing to have a baseball hit your arm, but when a bat hits your arm, a wooden bat, that's another thing. Oof. Update some of the scores around the Expedition League as Western Nebraska did win tonight 6-0 at Sioux Falls. Wheat City and Source Valley, high-scoring game, 9-8. Wheat City currently leading at home in the 6th inning. All tied at 4 appears at Spearfish in the bottom of the 6th. Badland Big Sticks leading 4-1 against Tommy City at home. And Canyon County leading on the road at Casper 4-0. So a little change in the Sodbuster schedule as Sioux Falls was supposed to be here this weekend. Wheat City is instead going to come to town for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the Busters will turn around and travel down there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week. But the last 3 games of the season will be against Wheat City here at Duncan Field. Now, you've got a chance to see Fremont the next 2 nights as well, so 5 home games after tonight here at Duncan Field. And then Duncan Field will sit for a little while until football season starts. Because Legion Baseball is done playing here. 0-2 coming up here to Leaper. And strike 3. Umpire makes the strikeout call with his left arm as his right arm is still hurting. That's gonna leave a mark. 1 down here in the 8th. Excuse me, in the 9th. And brings up Trevor Baraha. Baraha has singled, walked, and struck out. Guy's first hit is a Fremont Moo of the season on the first pitch he saw back in the 3rd. Walked in the 5th, was caught stealing off of first base, picked off. That one hit to left field. Cafferty in the lights does make the catch, and there's quickly 2 down. Fly to left field, so 2 up, 2 down here for Fremont. Goes to Dylan Sears, who is 0 for 3 for Fremont. Sears. Left-handed batter is flown out, popped out, and grounded out. 1-1 our score. Buster's able to put 1 on the board in the 2nd. Fremont didn't score theirs till the 7th. Swung on and missed on the off-speed pitch. Oh and 1. Jacob Shaw came in relief. Starter Jeremy Schneider, who actually pitched a really good game. Jeremy went 5 2/3, gave up 4 hits, no runs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Jacob Shaw is now the pitcher of record. 3 innings he's pitched thus far. 4 hits, a run, it was earned, and 3 strikeouts. It's one of those things in baseball. You go out there and pitch the game of your life and get no credit for it. 0-2 count coming up here to Dylan Sears. Shaw kicks and delivers that one well outside. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. All tied at 1 apiece. Busters will have a chance to do it in the bottom of the 9th if they can get through Dylan Sears right here. And that one just missed. This umpire might need an escort out to his car tonight. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here is the pitch from Jacob Shaw. That one hits to second base. Cole Dawson, a little slow roller over to first, and the Fremont Moo in the 9th go 1, 2, 3. Nice pitch in there for Jacob Shaw. Busters, can they do it in the bottom of the 9th? Stick around. We're all tied up at 1 apiece. This is Sodbuster Baseball. We'll hear from Johnson Imperial.
Johnson Imperial of Hastings and Kearney has been a quality builder and developer since 1918. They have your office and retail space solution. Over 300,000 square feet of premier space. On-site management and maintenance. Great locations and abundant pricing. Space is designed and built to suit. And flexible leasing options available. Johnson Imperial also features general contracting services. Check out all they have to offer. JohnsonImperial.com. Johnson Imperial in Hastings and Kearney. That's JohnsonImperial.com. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Well, Busters down their last 3 outs. It's a great inning there by Jacob Shaw to retire Fremont in the top of the ninth. 1, 2, 3. Josh Salmon, Steve Stein, Nate Miller here on the broadcast for you. Same time tomorrow. We'll start our pregame at 6 o'clock. Whether you're listening on the Mixler radio app or you're listening or watching on YouTube, I appreciate you tuning in here. So here we go, Busters. In the ninth, can they walk it off, as the kids say? JT Cafferty, Luke Solis, and Nick Carlson a chance to do that. Of those three, Solis, the only one hitless. He's also the only one with a walk. He's on the on-deck circle. JT Cafferty comes up, had the double, struck out, grounded out. JT with the hometown crowd here at Hastings. Called strike one. Cafferty, been so versatile this year for Sodbusters. Played first base, catcher, right field, left field. He's pitched. It's a nice guy to have on a team like that. 1 ball, 1 strike here to JT Cafferty against Chase Reynolds. Reynolds in his third inning of work as well. Sounds like a broken bat. To second base, double clutch, and over to first is Sears, 1 down. We have not seen an extra inning game here at Duncan Field this season. And I'm going off my memory, which usually isn't good, but I'm right on this one. Luke Solis comes up. He is due. No hits for him tonight. He flew into a double play out in right field when Cafferty had that double. And you look back, that could be that's how costly was that double. He was standing on second base. Solis flew out to right. Simonson playing very shallow, made the catch, doubled off Cafferty. Next batter, Carlson singled. He might have been able to come around and score. That could have been a difference in the game right here. But woulda, shoulda, coulda. You never know. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1-1 our score. Bottom 9. Sodbusters at the plate. High chopper to short. He has scooped everything, but he hasn't gotten that one. Baskin can't come up with it. And Solis gets a hit. That thing was going to be an in-between hop. It was a one motion, and Baskin had basically his eyes on the runner. He had really no chance of getting that thing. It would have been amazing if he did. He's a really good shortstop, but that would have been tough for anybody to get. So Luke Solis on Nick Carlson. Chance to get him over. Lombardi on deck. Pitch upstairs. Busters had a chance to get something going there in the 7th. They had Cole Dawson on, and 2 outs. Wow, they gave him an error on that? I don't know if I agree with that. That was not a playable. I mean, that was a tough play. Yeah, they gave him an error on that, but I don't know if I agree with that. Anyways, he's on first nonetheless. 2-0 here is the count to Nick Carlson. Runner on first is Solis. Chase Reynolds comes set. Popped up first base side, out of play by the entrance gate. Here at Duncan Field, we'll do it again. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Wonder how many balls are in the parking lot when I leave at night. I don't ever see any. Of course, I'm not really looking for them either. Because there's kids chasing baseballs, but how much do they go in the parking lot? You know, I don't know. Good lead over at first for Solis. Throw back. Runner back. Throw wasn't anywhere close. But it's just Chase Reynolds saying, hey, I see you over there, to Luke Solis. Solis says, I'm very aware of that. Back out where he was again, leading off at first base. Luke White holding him on. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Carlson. Hit that thing a ton left field and pulled it foul. As he was just clobbered that thing, but foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We'd love to see out here at Duncan Field. 5 more home games left in the season, and then that's it. Busters go on the road to wrap up the regular season. They do have 1 road game this week, kind of thrown in there on Thursday against Fremont. 3 here, 1 there. Here is the 2-2 offering. Carlson gets a piece of it, fouls it back. Nice job staying alive on that one. He's just a little underneath the baseball. Fouled it straight back, a little late perhaps. So 4-game series with the Moo. Western Nebraska already won tonight. And Spearfish tied with Pierre right now, so that's interesting for both Hastings, who's Pierre's underneath, and Spearfish, who is right there with Western Nebraska. A little excuse me popper to second base. They let it bounce. They throw it to first. That's a very smart play by the second baseman, and they end up getting a double play out of that. He could have caught it and only gotten 1 out. Instead, he lets it bounce. Dylan Sears. The runner retreats to first. They throw it over, get the out, and then get the out at second base as well. So I'm going to put it grounding into a double play. Guess what? Free baseball, folks. We're going to the 10th. This is Sod Buster Baseball here from Duncan Field. We'll be back with extra innings. Take a word now from Sam's Club. Johnson Imperial. Sorry about that. We will play Johnson Imperial.
Johnson Imperial of Hastings and Kearney has been a quality builder and developer since 1918. They have your office and retail space solution. Over 300,000 square feet of premier space. On-site management and maintenance. Great locations and abundant pricing. Spaces designed and built to suit. And flexible leasing options available. Johnson Imperial also features general contracting services. Check out all they have to offer. JohnsonImperial.com. Johnson Imperial in Hastings and Kearney. That's JohnsonImperial.com. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
All right, we got some changes for you here on the field. It is Josh Salmon and Nate Miller along with you here as Matt Hallback comes in to pitch. Hallback goes from left field. He started the game in right, moved over to left. A couple innings back, Cafferty still in right, but now Omar Jackson in left field. So Hallback comes in as the 3rd pitcher of the night. And we'll get you some numbers here on Matt Hallback in a moment. I have got, this is his 4th appearance, all of the bullpen. He has an 0-1 record, 7.20 ERA in 5 innings pitched. He gave up 7 hits, 4 earned runs, and walked 3 while striking out 4 in that time. Batting average against him is .318. So he hasn't pitched very much for the Sodbusters, and I need somebody here to get some innings or try to get out of this inning. As the night is done for Jacob Shaw. He is the pitcher of record for Hastings. Didn't start the game. Schneider started it. Shaw came in, did 3 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, and 3 strikeouts. So, interesting play there to end the 9th inning as the ball was hit to Sears off the bat of Carlson, and he lets it fall to get the double play. So he lets it fall in front of him, gets the Carlson going to first. Meanwhile, the runner freezes at second, at first base, trying to go to second. I mean, as a runner, there's nothing else you can do there. You're a dead dog. Tries to get in the pickle, and then they get him out, and that ends the inning on the untraditional double play. So free baseball here in the 10th. And coming up For the Moo, back to top of the order, it's Tyler Push. It'll be 1, 2, 3. Push, Baskin, and White. Well, that's right. Runner starts at second base in extra frames. So Sears starts at second base. And I don't really like that. I know they do it in Major League Baseball too, but I don't like it. I think you got to earn it. Showing bunt, and almost taking his head off is Tyler Push. Pulls out his life insurance policy. That was, whew. Madsen was rushing in case he bunted. He was so close he almost could have shook Push's hand. Hallback. Push showing bunt again. Does take a strike on that one. A ball and a strike. One ball, one strike. Runner on second starts there because it's extra innings. Here at Duncan Field, our first extra inning game at Duncan this season. Madsen in again at first base. Push does get the bunt down. They throw to third to get the lead runner, and they do. Oh, wow, they call him safe. Wow. That was a bunt by Push, and a smart play by Hallback to go to third to try to get the lead runner. I guess you could have tried to get the easy out at first, but, wow, he really looked out over there. He must have just got in before the tag. It was a rocket throw to third with Lombardi on the tag, and umpires will definitely need escorted out here tonight. They're not making any friends. New umpiring crew we have not seen this year, and I'm going to leave it at that. So that's a bunt single. It was supposed to be a sacrifice. I guess that is a fielder's choice because they did go to third even though they didn't get the out. One ball, no strikes here to Baskin. So Hallback, I mean, he just threw a rocket to third, and honestly couldn't say I wouldn't do the same thing. The tag was applied. Runner doesn't go. It's hit to third. Look back. Solis looks the runner back. Runner's now on second and third with one out. As a ground out there for Baskin. He's 0 for 5 on the day. Extra baseball here at Duncan Field. You pay for 9, you get 10 or more. Tough situation here for Matt Hallback. There's only one out, 2 runners on. You automatically start the 10th inning with a runner. So the guy that made the last out was Dylan Sears. He stands on third, the last inning I should say. And then Tyler Push, the bunt fielder's choice. He stands on second base. Out a moment ago from Baskin on the bunt. Field playing deep and left is Omar Jackson. And they're going to intentionally walk Luke White. So interesting here. To load the bases for Simonson. Simonson 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Call here by Chandler Wagner. Honestly, I would rather face Simonson than Luke White myself, tonight anyways. So you've got Sears, Push, and White on the bases, due respectively. 1 out, top 10, 1-1 our score. Infield in. Pitch low from Matt Hallback. Hallback, the third pitcher of the night. Schneider pitched to Jem to start. Had a little bit of trouble, so he came out. Shaw came in, didn't do too bad, only gave up the 1 run. He's the pitcher of record. Now Hallback here in the 10th. Moo on their second pitcher. Hallback gets the sign. Comes set against Simonson. And, good movement on that one. Wow, no call. Apparently right down the middle is a ball. Even the scoreboard had 1-1. The strike zone's the size of a postage stamp, and it's gotten smaller all night. I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. Could put that thing in a T and it would have been more down the middle. It's calls like that that affect games. 2-0 is the count here to Simonson. That one fouled back. 2-1. So you throw it up by the ear, it's a strike. You throw it right down the middle, it's a ball. And apparently 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded here for Fremont. Top 10, 1-1 our score. This is just been a nip and tuck game, this game. Both teams have had opportunities. Strike 2 there. They're not able to do anything with. Busters have left 5 on base. I've got 7 left on base for Fremont in the game. Fremont 1 run on 6 hits, 2 errors. Hastings 1 run on 5 hits, no errors. Hallback gets a sign. Bases loaded to Simonson. And swung on a miss, got him anyways. Call that a strike. It is. He swings and misses. The strikeout for Matt Hallback, and 2 down here for Fremont. That was a huge out. Darian Morphew comes up. He's got 2 hits. It just doesn't get any easier in this lineup. But that was a big out. Simonson 0 for 3 officially. Morphew with 2 singles, a strikeout looking, and a ground out. Not in that order. Bases loaded here for Fremont. Hallback trying to finish out the top of the 10th inning. That one outside for ball 1. So you start the inning in extra frames with a runner on first. The guy that made the last out last inning, which was Dylan Sears. He's at third base. Tyler Push tried to bunt him over. It ended up being a fielder's choice as they threw it to third, and Sears was safe. He stands at second. Luke White at first after the intentional walk. 2 outs. That one hit to first base. Trevor Madsen grabs it himself. Run over first, and they leave 3 on base. Nice job there by Matt Hallback to induce the ground ball. And this crowd's going crazy. Busters, see if they can walk it off here in the 10th. Don't go anywhere. This is Sodbuster Baseball. Now a word from Sam's Club.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball. When you're not heading to Duncan Field to watch the Sodbusters, head on over to Laughlin Country Club. The best view in Hastings. Their 2-story window overlooks the pristine course, their upscale clubhouse, and their kitchen crafts delicious dining menus. Behind the scenes is an entire full-service team led by their banquet manager who's working to make sure your event is executed flawlessly. Laughlin Country Club, 402-462-4151.
Good job pitching there by Matt Hallback to get out of the inning. Bases loaded and gets 2 outs. Crazy good pitching. Now the Busters have to capitalize on it here, try to come back and win it here in the 10th. Busters will start with a runner on second base. That'll be Nick Carlson, who made the last out. Up to bat is Jack Lombardi scheduled, Jackson Rocha, and then Cole Dawson. Busters don't have a whole lot of options on the bench to hit as far as pinch hitting goes. Lombardi 0 for 2. As a Sodbuster, he has 6 hits and 32 at bats, so definitely could use a hit here. Extra base hit could win this thing. So Carlson running at second base because he made the last out in the 9th. And still good crowd. They've been here all night. They want to see how this thing ends. Hopefully it ends with the W for the guys in yellow. Jack Lombardi. Sack bunt, strikeout, ground out against Chase Reynolds. Here we go, bottom 10, runner on second base, is Carlson. Shows bunt, takes back, pitch up high for ball 1. I like Lombardi's thinking here, bring the corners in. That does leave you a little bit more room in the outfield. However, they play so shallow in the outfield for Fremont. It's been their MO all season. Lombardi not showing bunt this time. Luke White creeping in at first base. Now he does show bunt and doesn't get it down as he bunts it straight back. A little underneath it. So I like the idea here. If you do bunt and you get out, at least you can try to get the runner over to third. That's the important thing. If you're going to bunt, at least get the guy to third. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Jack Lombardi. Bottom 10, tied up at 1 run apiece, Fremont and Hastings. Lombardi does show bunt, pulls back, that pitch outside. 2-1. Bunting was something I never really got. I wish I should have, because I was so fast. I just didn't get it down. I've got my rally cap on here at Duncan Field. 2-1 coming up from Reynolds. Carlson stands on second. Lombardi bunts it, and it goes back and hits the catcher. And he is bent over. That is a stinger. Not sure where it hit him, but that's going to leave an ouchie. Shea Bennett walks out just as slow as he does on a pitching change. You could be on fire, and Shea Bennett could have a bucket of water, and you not get out there in time. He doesn't get in any hurry. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They're going to check on the catcher there, Nichols. We'll take a look at the Expedition League scoreboard here. Some games are wrapping up. So, Western Nebraska won earlier at Sioux Falls, 6-0. Wheat City is leading 9-8 at home over Source Valley. Spearfish Sasquatch now leading 9-4. They broke that one open. They were tied 4-4 apiece. And are they going to replace the catcher here? They might. Canyon County Spuds leading 5-0 at Casper, and Badland Big Sticks winning at home leading at home 4-1. Boy, this one hit Nichols in the hand, and I'm not sure where it hit him exactly. He's favoring that left arm. It might have went below the equator, as he's walking a little funny, so could ruin the guy's weekend, even though it's Monday. Busters, 1 run on 5 hits, but they have left 5 on base. Fremont 1 run on 6 hits, 2 errors, and they have left 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on base in this game. Still checking on the catcher there, as he's going to stay in the game. It looks like Nichols, but that's a tough one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carlson stands on second base. He made the last out in the 9th inning. Bring out a cup of something. Hopefully that's Tylenol. I don't think it is, but back here tomorrow as these teams will meet up again. Game number 2 of 4. 3 here at Hastings, and then Thursday, last time you see Fremont this year, and it'll be at Fremont. And then Wheat City coming into town. It's supposed to be Sioux Falls, but Wheat City going to come in and wrap up the weekend here, and that'll be the last homestand of the year for the Hastings Sodbusters. It saddens me to say that. But the Busters will go on the road after that, finish out the regular season on the road. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Jack Lombardi. Lombardi, the third baseman, has showed bunt twice. Bunted 1 straight back. That one hit Nichols a moment ago in the foul. Carlson stands on second base. Bottom 10. Swung on and missed on that one on the off-speed pitch. And down goes Lombardi. So Lombardi 0 for 4. Excuse me, 0 for 3 officially. So Jackson Rocha comes up. Rocha batting .029. Only 1 out. Nick Carlson stands on second base for bottom 10. Pitch on the way, and that one. Ooh, is it a strike? Very late strike call on that one. First he looked one way, then looked the other, the umpire, and then called the strike. Chase Reynolds going from the stretch. Checks the runner, Carlson. Here is the 0-1. Jackson swings at a high fastball and helps him out. Rocha not very tall, and that was up around his head. Rocha listed at 5'9", so we're about the same height. No balls, 2 strikes. Extra innings here. Bottom 10, runner on for the Busters. Well, excuse me, swing. They're going to have to hurry. Jackson is really, really fast. They do a nice play. Luke White over to Reynolds covering, and Jackson got on the box perhaps a little late. I think he kind of surprised himself that he even hit that thing. They do get him out by about a step. So good play there by Luke White. They're out to first base. And Cole Dawson, this is one of the guys you want up with a runner in third. That's the good news. The runner does move over to third. Cole has a single in the 7th. Just his batting gloves, looks at his bat, looks at his coach. Cole Dawson, if he can reach, you have Johnstone and Madsen due up next. I like the Busters' chances here. Bottom 10, 2 outs. Excuse me, Jackson would be next. That one hit to deep center field. And out there is Push, and Push will make the catch. You wanted to do pretty much anything but that or strike out. And so he flies out to center field. And even a ground ball, maybe you take a chance on somebody getting an error or something, but we go the 11th, tied at 1 apiece. This is Sod Buster Baseball from Duncan Field. Bonus baseball continues from Duncan.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee of their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Odyssey. Casual, modern, and innovative cuisine, drinks, and service in the heart of downtown Hastings. The website is odysseydowntown.com. Call for reservations 402-834-3811. Odyssey. Reservations are required for lunch and dinner. Carryout orders taken on the day of carryout only. 834-3811. A sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
The 11th inning. Back with you at Duncan Field. That's Nate Miller. I'm Josh Salmon. Steve Stein earlier on the broadcast as well. As we go the 11th, Busters had a chance with a runner on third base, and Cole Dawson flew out to center on the first pitch to leave him stranded. And that is now 6 stranded on base, or 6 left on base for the Busters in the game, but Fremont have many more. 10 for Fremont. Bottom of the order, due up here for Fremont. Nichols, Leaper, Baraha, and if anybody reaches, Sears. Hallback back out there for the Busters. Pitched a really good inning last inning. So again, the runner at second. This time it's Morphew. He made the last out last inning. I'm still keeping my rally cap on. I'm rallying for defense and pitching here at Duncan Field. So, Hallbeck against Trey Nichols, the catcher. Spins, chases the runner back. So the rule in extra innings is you start with a runner on second base. The guy that made the last out last inning, which Major League has the same rules. I'm not a fan of the rule in any league. Pitch up high. Fastball misses for ball 1. Fremont, Hastings. I lost count how many times these teams have meet up, but I think they meet up a total of 20 sometimes this season. Last season it was even more because there was only a limited number of teams in the league with the COVID stuff. Swung on and missed. This time changes speed. Nice job there on Hallback. Mixes up the off-speed pitch. In at the corner is Trevor Madsen at first. You got Madsen, Dawson, Solis, Lombardi in the infield. Jackson and Rocha and Cafferty in the outfield. Carlson behind the plate. Here is the pitch from Hallback. And, oof, that's been called a strike all night, and it's called a ball. That's that high strike. If you're 5'9", that's a strike. If you're a little taller, it's a ball. I don't quite understand. 2 balls and a strike. Runner on second base is Morphew. Here is the pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him anyways. Oh, excuse me. That's 2. It's 2 strikes. I'm sorry. I got a little ahead of myself. 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Trey Nichols, the catcher. Nichols has been on base once with a walk, otherwise 0 for 3. And Hallback looking to keep it that way. Hallback checks the runner, going from the stretch. Here is the 2-2. Popped up, right center field. Right field's out, center field's out. Right fielder calls him off. JT Cafferty, the throw to third coming in as the runner goes. Not a bad third from Cafferty, just a little late as tagging up was Morphew. So a fly out to right field for Trey Nichols. Cafferty caught that shallow right, but it wasn't a bad throw. It was a little high, but I don't think it would have made it there on time as tagging immediately was Morphew. 1 down, Peyton Leaper with a runner on third. Top 11. I'm running out of room on my scorecard here. I may have to dig into the extra scorecards. I have some. And that one called a strike. That was almost the exact same pitch that was called a ball a moment ago to the right-handed batter. No balls in a strike. Runner on third here. Tied 1-1. 11. Top of the 11th inning. Duncan Field. Pitch coming up. Swung on and missed on that one, helping him out. Off-speed pitch. Matt Hallback doing a good job out of the bullpen here. Schneider pitched a great game to start. Shaw gave up the only run in the game that Fremont has scored of the bullpen. He didn't pitch bad either. Busters have had opportunities on the base pass. They haven't been able to capitalize on them. Fremont's had more opportunities as well and still haven't capitalized on some of theirs. Here is the 0-2 from Hallback. That one up the middle. Solis dives, stops it. Throws over to first, does lose his sunglasses. Fremont does get the run in. That's an RBI for Leaper. Scoring is Morphew. But that's a tough play. I mean, he went lunging in between the second base bag and the pitcher's mound. Sunglasses fell off. Hat fell off. Does make the out. So you gave up the run, but you get the out. So that's one of those give and take. Here is Baraja. 0 for 2, chop foul. Baraja has a single and a walk, a strikeout and a flyout. So now 2-1 is the score. Scoreboard hasn't changed it yet. Two runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. For Fremont, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. For Hastings, there is the 0-1 to Baraja. Delayed strike call. No balls, 2 strikes. Two outs. Hallback gets the sign he wants. Fremont did get a run here in the top 11th. They lead 2-1. And that one, chopper, would have been probably a foul ball anyways because I think he hit the plate. Goes over by the dugout against the fence there by the Busters dugout on third base side. Fremont over on the first base side. That's what the visitors are. Thanks for hanging out with us here. It's an extra inning game from Duncan Field. First one we've had of the year. I'm Josh Salmon. Steve Stein's been on the broadcast. Nate Miller running our controls over here for television and cameras. Here's the 0-2 coming up once again from Matt Hallback. Baraja stays alive and fouls it off again. So the runner starting on second base, Morphew was moved over on the flyout by Nichols. He scored on the ground ball out on a great play by Solis. That's your 2 outs. Here's the 0-2 from Matt Hallback. And misses outside on that one. That's right, he's got some pitches to mess with. Boy, Fremont really doesn't swing at too many bad pitches. That's why they're leading the league. Again, they won the whole thing last year. Yeah, it was a shortened season, but a lot of the guys are back. Here is the 1-2. 2 outs, top 11, 2-1 Fremont score. That one upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I keep checking the Major League Baseball wire to see if anybody's being traded, as it is a trade deadline coming up on Friday for Major League Baseball. Here is the 2-2 with 2 outs. That one foul back again, and using a lot of baseballs in this at bat. Baraha keeping this thing alive here. Once again, the 2-2 from Matt Hallbeck. And again, fouled off third base side. Little kids are going to make a killing on the concessions here. I don't know if the concessions is even open. We're in the 11th inning. I think they've packed up over there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fremont did get a run in this inning. They lead 2-1 in the 11th. Here is the pitch. And that one called a ball on inside, gets away from the catcher. So we go to 3-2 here. Really good at bat for Trevor Baraha. He was down 0 for 2. He's fallen off a million pitches. Took that one. Battled back to make it 3-2. 2 outs. Fremont leads by a run. Top 11. Here is the payoff pitch from Matt Hallbeck. Does get him to pop up. Shortstop Solis calling everybody off and does make the catch in shallow left field. So nice job by pitcher Matt Hallbeck. Once again, he does give up the 1 run. And Busters trail 2-1. Bottom of the 11th coming up. Can they tie it? Can they win it? We'll find out. Coming back, I got my rally cap on. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. We'll hear from Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning right now.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Odyssey. Casual, modern, and innovative cuisine, drinks, and service in the heart of downtown Hastings. The website is odysseydowntown.com. Call for reservations 402-834-3811. Odyssey. Reservations are required for lunch and dinner. Carryout orders taken on the day of carryout only. 834-3811. A sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Well, Fremont able to get a run in, and they lead 2-1 here. Back with you from Duncan Field as Busters need 1 to tie it, 2 to win it. They will have a runner on second base to start the inning as well. That's what you do in extra frames. Bottom of the 11th, 2-1 our score. Cole Dawson made the last out in the bottom of the 10th, so he will stand on second base. Up for the first time tonight, yes, the crowd dictates it, Omar. Omar's been nursing a hamstring. He came out in defensive replacement. He's played 2 innings out there. First time at bat for him, so he came into bat for Logan Johnstone in the game. Boy, this place would go nuts if Omar hits in the winning run or the tying run. Cole Dawson represents that tying run at second base. Chase Reynolds back out there for Fremont. Showing bunt is Omar and pulling the bat back. So Dawson on second. Busters need 1 to tie it here in the bottom of the 11th. 2-1. What a game. Chase Reynolds checks Dawson at second. Here's the pitch. Omar gets it down. That's a beauty right down the third base line, and it does just go foul. It just sliced foul about almost halfway down the third base line. There's no way they would have got Omar out on that. You could have been standing about 4 feet from it when he bunted it and still probably not got Omar out on it. I think the leg's feeling okay. Doggone it. That's one of those. That would have been huge. Had 2 runners on for Trevor Madsen, who's on the on-deck circle, and he's due. He doesn't have a hit in the game. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 runner on. Buster's down by 1. Omar shows bunt again. Pulls back. 3-1. Take the back. It's 2-1. I thought there was more pitches than that thrown in this inning. Omar shows bunt. Does get it down this time. Back to the pitcher. He falls on his butt. They throw to first, and they do get him by about a half a step, maybe. So sacrifice bunt for Omar. Runner on third now is Cole Dawson with Trevor Madsen up. Shea Bennett coming out. Oh, they're going to intentionally walk Trevor Madsen. So Madsen gets the INT. Shea Bennett takes his very slow stroll to the mound. When he does that, we have time to pour the Heinz ketchup or check the scoreboard. Well, to the scoreboard. Western Nebraska won earlier 6-0. Spearfish has really opened that game up. At home, they're leading 11-4 in the 8th over Pierre. Wheat City and Source Valley, 17 runs on the board. Wheat City winning that one, leading that one 9-8 in the top of the 8th. Canyon County Spuds leading 5-0 at Casper in the bottom of the 6th, and Badland Big Stakes leading 5-1 over Mining City at home. So the runner started on second base was Cole Dawson. He was bunted over to third by Omar Jackson. They intentionally walk Trevor Madsen. Chase Reynolds been in there for quite a while. He has not given up a hit. He's struck out 1 guy. 1 ball, no strike here to Matt Hallback. Runners on the corners for the Busters. They need 1 to tie it, 2 to win it here in the 11th. Chase Anderson checks the runner at first. Looks at the runner at third. Pitch on the way. Hallback pops it straight up, and it is slicing over my head and out of play. Top of the press box here. Your Hallback, you just want to get something, a little lazy poke to the outfield. I know it's easier said than done, but Fremont has done it all season long. These little pokes, just out to the outfield. Nothing big, just a little poke. You got a ton of outfield out here. Doesn't have to be pretty. Madsen runs pretty well for a big guy over at first. That will do it. Into left field. That'll tie it up. Cole Dawson scores. Madsen moves on to second. Nice hit there for Matt Hallback. 3rd hit of the game for Matt Hallback. And Buster's tied up. Trevor Madsen's fired up. Matt Hallback's fired up. Sidebuster fans and dugout is fired up. 3 hits in the game for Matt Hallback. First hit in extra frames for the Busters. Brings up JT Cafferty. This place would go nuts. The kid from Hastings does it. We've had a walk-off win this year already here at Duncan with Cameron McClure way back in the beginning of the season. There's only 1 out here. Runners on first and second. Pitch on the way outside. And this is Chase Reynolds' game. There is nobody in the bullpen warming up. Trevor Madsen represents the winning run at second base. There's only 1 out. JT Cafferty, 1-0 pitch coming up to him from Chase Reynolds. And inside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. JT wanted to know where that was. Says, okay, that's the inside part of the zone. Okay. So Cole Dawson started off at second, moved over to third on a sac bunt. He scored there a moment ago on the hit. Trevor Madsen was intentionally walked. He stands on second base. Here is the 1-1. Ooh, that one way inside. Almost hits JT. It's 2-1. Luke Solis due up next. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom 11, tied up at 2 apiece. 2 runs, 6 hits for each squad. Here's the pitch from Chase Reynolds, foul off first base side. The only difference on the scoreboard is Fremont has 2 errors. Busters have none. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2-2 our score. Trevor Madsen on second. Matt Hallback with his 3rd hit of the night stands on first base. Come on, extra base hit here. You can do it for J.T. Cafferty. The Hastings kid hoping to get the walk-off in front of the hometown crowd. Ooh, a little check swing and back to the net, staying alive there. Perhaps swung at a ball. That one looked a little high, but JT's pretty tall. Cafferty 6'3". And the pitcher Chase Reynolds is 5'10". 2 on, 1 in here for the Busters. Bottom 11, we're all tied at 2 apiece and extra frames. Thanks for hanging out with us. Pitch coming up here to J.T. Cafferty is inside, and ooh, maybe he swung at another bad one. That looked in by his hands. I'm not sure how he got a piece of that one. Yeah, you almost got to swing at it now with the strike zone. If you take it, it's going to be called strike 3, so I understand why he's hacking it. That's why he's down there and I'm up here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. 2-2 our score. Chase Reynolds and J.T. Cafferty in the chess match. J.T. into left field. Trevor Madsen being waved around. This could do it. Madsen with his wheels. He will come to home plate, and he is out. The catcher was blocking the plate, though. Can he stand there? I guess once he gets the ball, he can stand there. Madsen comes up limping. It was a good slide, and it was a really good throw from left field. I'm kind of surprised he sent him, actually, on that one. Morphew has a pretty good arm. We've seen that. So now there's 2 outs and runners on second and third. I understand wanting to win the game. Madsen runs pretty well. That was a really good throw. And the catcher, Nichols, up the line. And so now they're going to intentionally walk Luke Solis as well after the single by Cafferty. This will load the bases. They'd rather face Nick Carlson. Nick Carlson, guy from Kearney, a chance to win it here in Hastings. Hallback on third, Cafferty on second, Solis on first. Madsen tried to score the winning run a moment ago. He was thrown out coming from second to home on a really good throw by left fielder Morphew. And a good tag. Blocking the plate was the catcher. And strike 1 to Nick Carlson. 2-2. Back and forth in this game. Bottom of the 11th. Busters with a single anywhere can win this thing. Anywhere at all. That'll do it to right field. And the Busters walk it off and win it. Nick Carlson says intentionally walk this. Game winner for Nick Carlson, and he gets mauled at first base. Matt Hallback, how fitting that he scores the winning run. He had 3 hits tonight. Busters win it. 3 runs on 7 hits. Actually, 8 hits. It should be because Cafferty had a hit too. Chase Reynolds takes the loss. Busters pulled off in 11 innings, folks. What a hit there by Nick Carlson, his second of the night. And Busters win it 3-2. We'll wrap up the broadcast there because it's late. This guy's got a long drive home. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Pregame at 6 o'clock. Busters win their 3rd in a row. Fremont loses their 2nd in a row. 3-2. The guys in yellow win. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.